Okay. Wow, we're peaking in OBS hard. Let me maybe turn that gain down a little bit, just as a treat. 25 might have been too much. 20 decibels of gain. Looks like we are live on Twitch. We got a stream preview there that seems to be working. So I'm gonna pop out the chat there. We're setting up the stream now. Morning, Monkeegan. Good night, Monkeegan. Okay, let's get a new window with the YouTube. Welcome, RCM Texas.
Good morning, good morning.
Why won't it let me break these tabs into new windows? There we go.
Time zone.
HermitCraft TCG deck building. Pop out that chat.
Season 9 has ended.
Bye bye, season 1.
Bye-bye. Will there even be a season 10?
It's intended.
It's intended, my friends. Maybe I'll be a hermit by then.
I doubt it. Did you put your name in via the process?
I didn't know there's a process.
There's not! That was a trick question!
I was just hoping to rely on nepotism.
If nepotism worked, Corrales' wife would be back on the server by now. I guess Corrales' wife isn't like his kid, though, so maybe that's not nepotism. What is it when you get your wife a job? Because nepotism is explicitly about getting your children jobs, I think. Right?
Yeah. Nepotism, because you.
Oh,
nuptials.
nepotism. Yeah.
Nepotism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because there was this big thing when it was the Bush-Clinton election. And I was just like, the most popular show on television right now, Game of Thrones, is about why letting, small numbers of families control everything is a bad idea. It feels like both parties should really, not go the nepotism route. And somebody's like, well, Bush would be nepotism, or not, no, it wasn't Bush versus Clinton, but, it was like around the time where we had two Bushes or whatever.
Bush v. Gore?
Yeah, no, because it was when Bush was on his way out,
Yeah.
or had been on his way out, because I'm tired. I am too tired to explain this. But yeah, somebody gave me this huge lecture about why Bush was nepotism because his dad was president, but Clinton wouldn't be nepotism because her husband was president. Because apparently, Bill is not her father. They're not genetically related or something, so it doesn't count as nepotism.
That's why it's nepotism.
Yeah. So, let's see. Morning, Never.
Hey, just an idea.
Should we check our audio levels?
Shouldn't you rotate the main camera?
Why?
Because otherwise the cards will be upside down for everyone watching.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what
do a 180 on it.
Okay, yeah, this is a very experimental setup we got here. Okay, so okay, so the web camera will rotate when we get tips, but the main camera here will rotate one time right now so that people can see the TCG cards. How's that sound?
That looks great.
Okay, I'm gonna
Before,
see.
no one knew any idea what these cards, if
Yeah.
they were cards at all.
Okay, so we do need to get a sound check here because we are trying something very different. Yeah, well, ChatGPT is not a dictionary. Demented MK says, "Hey, Joe and Quinn, hope you're doing well." We are doing well. Let's talk about what we're doing today. So I've got my TCG decks that I have built, and I'm very excited to play with y'all at Tennessee Game Days. I play with y'all at PAX with these. I just really broke that. Let's lock this layer once it's in place. How about that? How about we lock that layer? Now it doesn't get dragged around. This layer down here,
Yeah.
this layer can do whatever it wants. It can rotate. In fact, it can rotate if we hit certain, if we get tips. Every dollar that comes in will rotate the camera 1 degree angular. I should probably have that copied and pasted into the chat already. Sorry for not having that ready. I keep forgetting. I should have.
So you should have a wireless keyboard.
Well,
or
I have
a wired keyboard.
I have keyboards. They're
Go
just
get a
in the other
keyboard.
room. But it's kind of funnier if I dinosaur arm this. I guess it's not funny if we don't
It's
link
not
the
funny
PayPal
when
link.
you like whack all the cards out of place.
Yeah, and we
So
yeah
go get
we
a
are
keyboard.
splitting the tips, so I do kind of half of nothing
Queen
is
Dark
nothing.
Lady says I seem much louder, probably because I have 2 microphones.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
that is probably it.
So Joe's just gonna have to.
Is there a way to turn these up or down individually, like on the clip things?
Let me double check.
Because like if you could turn you might not even need your Rode mic. Also, let me know if I'm still in range. I have no idea.
That's true. I probably don't even
get
need
a
mine.
keyboard. I'm getting a keyboard from really far away. Where is the keyboard?
It's cool that we could still hear
Wait,
you
the
when you're in
keyboard
an
was in the
entirely
same
different.
room as where I
You're on a hot mic,
started.
by the way.
Why did I walk past the keyboard to go to the other room? That was really dumb of me. Let's go get a keyboard.
Yeah, just don't confess to murder or anything.
I got the keyboard this time. Okay, using our final USB slot over here. Okay. So let's get this keyboard, threading that through there. Dun 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 dun. Okay.
One mic, glory.
One mic.
Mic before the joust. One mic to leave behind.
Queen Dark Lady says, Joe is audible the entire time. Yeah, Quinn brought these mics we've never used before. Well, I've never used these on my stream.
Rode Wireless Go.
Yeah. This is not an advertisement for them. But
No.
actually, if I did need to buy those,
I'm just telling people in case they
how
wanted
much
them.
would they cost me? Like for a setup like this for myself. Okay. Do I not have... I thought I had a file full of links on the laptop. Do I not? Okay. So I guess we're gonna make one? Okay. Stream links. Because I've got a text file on my desktop, and I thought I had the same one here. So, tips welcome via... Oh, I guess I need the https://paypal.me/JoeGoes. Make sure that URL works. Okay, let's get the Discord open here too. Hey, we got our first tip of the stream rolling in from Mark. Thank you, Mark, for the 10, who says, hope you both have a good day. Joe, I think HHH has been one of the best parts of HC8 and HC9. I hope more people get involved in the future. Hey, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and see if we can rotate this camera. I think we can. Transform. Edit the transform. What was that, 10? What did I say? Was it 10?
It was 10.
Cool, rotating it to 10.
10 degrees.
There we go. And we got that. Oh, we need to arrange that around the center line. There it is. That might be also a little bit large. large. There it is. And can I pop that up without the top of the green screen hitting? It kind of hits. Whatever. Okay.
Rocking around the center point.
So,
What are our goals? I don't even know what your goal is.
I would like to think that I have
None.
plenty of goals,
Okay.
but I arguably am terrible at writing them down. I actually did write down a series of goals for 2023, and I don't think I have looked at them since. I basically told my project manager, make sure the things I do align with these, and then I just never thought about it again.
I think
I'm
we
really
should look at
curious
those
now.
on this stream, maybe a little bit later. We'll take a look at Joe's 2023 goals.
Oh my gosh.
See
I forgot,
what
because
you
I normally
accomplished.
don't make goals because of the pandemic. My thing was I was just like, you know what?
You're just trying to survive.
Well, yeah, because with the pandemic, I was like, any goals I set are going to be unreasonable because the world has changed too fast.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what is and is not a reasonable goal. But with 2023, I
reasonable these
said
days.
it might be possible for me to start making actual measurable goals. Let's see if I made them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart goals.
Did I do bingo? Yeah, I played Pearl's bingo. Those episodes are going to be coming out a little while later.
Bingo. To do bingo was one of your goals?
No, that's
No,
a question
I
somebody
see.
has. Why does HermitCraft have its own category? Amazing. It's not HermitCraft that has its own category. It's HermitCraft TCG. So, what we're gonna be doing this stream is Quinn is going to be unboxing a booster box, and we're gonna see if we can build a deck out of that by trading whatever's in that box for stuff that's in my binder here and my decks. So I'm very excited
I've
about
never
that.
played this game before.
Holy Macaroni says, "Are you not allowed to play HermitCraft this season anymore?" Well, I mean the server is turned off, so I mean that's like saying, "Are you not allowed to swim in the pool?" when all the water is drained from the pool. It's like, I mean, I kind of. It's really. I don't know. I'm gonna just adjust this gain a little bit here. Okay, cool. Because it looked like we were peaking a little bit.
Mind of me says Quinn is coming through stereo, but Joe is left channel only.
Okay. So is that gonna be on this thing here, or is that like maybe that's
well,
not
and
plugged
apologies
in?
because this is like experimental for me because I haven't used these a lot.
I could. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a make it mono. Hold on, I could go in OBS and make this mono entirely. Let me see about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Properties, because we don't need this to be in stereo, right? No part of this is actually in stereo. We're just having me on the wrong channel for some reason. I feel like OBS had a make mono feature. Let's go to filters for this, and then new noise suppression, upward compressor.
I'm gonna turn your mic off and back on and see what happens.
Okay. Okay, so
I
here's...
have your mic.
Yes. Here's what I'm thinking is you're coming through on both channels because that mic over there is on both channels. Whereas these are already, yours is left and mine's right. Like they're feeding into the Vocaster on different channels.
So that's why I'm in stereo.
And so you're on both channels because you're next to that.
Okay.
But I'm not. So I need to figure out.
Should I bring this closer to you?
No, there's a way.
Further from
There's
you?
a way to do this in OBS.
Yeah.
So while I try to sort that out, I was gonna say, do you want to talk about Christmas songs?
Yeah, we're good. I mean, we're gonna do some Christmas songs as our goals.
What kind of goals do we have? Maybe.
Well, we usually have a 180 goal.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
We do.
we usually do. Do you think I should do... We were talking about rockin'. Should I do Jingle Bell Rock or Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree?
I was assuming we would do Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree because it's in Home Alone. But if you'd rather do Jingle Bell Rock... Wait, no, are they both in Home Alone, actually?
No, you're thinking of Run, Run, Rudolph.
Maybe I am. Okay.
Run, Run, Rudolph. It plays in the airport when they're running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think Jingle Bell Rock is in it. I don't know.
Okay, I think I found the... Oh, well, this is bad. This is already set to mono. So wait, that can't be right. This is the Vocaster 2. I'm just going to set everything. All of these are going to mono. Okay, one of those worked. I don't know what it thinks this thing is called, but whatever it is now mono.
Okay. It's not.
Okay, I'm going to unclick desktop audio because we might want that to be in stereo next time I play Minecraft, but okay. Cool. I have got it. People have said, weird seeing so many arms on screen at once. Okay, so if we hit 180, Quinn's going to perform...
Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And then at 360, we were talking about having the Beetlejuice perform some sort of Christmas classic. Maybe, how do you feel about Silent Night? That's a guitar song.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. So now that we're both audible, I think we should probably try to get to the meat of the stream, which was Quinn unboxing a TCG booster box and us trying to figure out how possible it is to make a deck out of this. How many trades are necessary? We're going to keep track of the trades using a marker to make tally marks and a TCG health card. So we're not going to...
Personal Zombie says now you're both well audible.
Yay.
Yay.
Ethan says, when does the HermitCraft World download come out? That has not been announced. So,
Oh, I see.
like the world download at
Right.
the...
That way people can go hang out on your pinball machine.
Mm-hmm. I was working on that till the very last minute. Do you mind? Well, you know what? It's
What?
your gift. I should present it to you. Ta-da!
There's a gift?
Yeah. I mean, these aren't cheap. This is a gift. You get to keep this at the end. You realize that, right? Like, this is actually going to be... Whatever we make with this is going to be what you use as your deck when we play it, like...
I'm really curious what it could be. I don't have any idea. I'm feeling like a plastic seal. Not like the animal.
It's not like a loose
Like it's
seal.
something that's
like
been
a seal
sealed.
that got loose.
No, it's not. It's a box.
Oh, okay.
What? It's a... Oh my god!
Why don't you put it on camera? We've got a whole...
What the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a HermitCraft TCG booster box. So I don't know if you'd like to open that.
Certainly.
It does have some plastic on there. Yeah, there you go.
Let me open it on camera.
Yeah,
that?
I wasn't expecting you to keep the guitar in your lap the whole time. I figured
not
you'd
in
use
my
the
lap.
stand. Yeah. But, like, you can move your whole chair over when you're not, like, playing it, though.
Oh, well, I can just move everything over.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Yay.
Well, should it be even closer than that?
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it's at the head that twists. Like, this, that part there is loose, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that was where it fell, was on
Yeah, so don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. So each booster box contains a bunch of different packs. So you got 2 Hermit packs, and you'll notice there's distinct
These look very
artwork.
similar. Yes.
There's distinct artwork for the Hermit pack versus the Effect packs.
And then what else do we have? Whoa. And then there are
Oh, and I still don't have the Discord open. Sorry, Discord.
item packs. So there are 4 different types of packs, right?
Mm-hmm. And in the second printing, which is going out in April, pre-orders for the second printing are open now. until January 15th. The second printing will actually contain 9 packs per booster box to make it easier to do what we're trying to do today. So there will be a 3rd item pack in each booster box because it's hard to make a deck with only 10 item cards.
There just aren't enough items.
Yeah, I mean, you might get some in the boosters as well. The boosters are just like 8 random of all 3 types.
Yeah, that's nice that y'all were able to make that adjustment.
Mm-hmm. And it's at the same price as the original because we kind of hit like an economy of scale point where we could get away with it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think I'm going to start with the Hermit packs.
Woo!
I'll put these to the side for now.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to move the Discord over here. And that way you can see what's in frame and not.
I really hope maybe we should have scissors or something.
No, I mean, honestly, I have so many of these wrappers. Like, I'm not worried about you tearing these.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we have.
Woo.
Whoa!
Oh, holographic
Tango Tech!
That is a farm type.
This is awesome.
So, yeah, the back card is always the holographic or the rare one. So that's the part of the... So if you do these by flipping them backwards, I am going to warn you. You're going to get your best card first that way.
That's okay.
It's all downhill after Tango Tech.
I like the surprise of flipping them over, so...
Okay, that's fair.
Another
and a common Tango Tech.
What if I have a full Tango Tech deck?
Tech deck, yeah.
Deck.
That's a pretty common strategy.
Yeah. Stress Monster 101.
Stress Monster 101.
Hello, Giza. Ren Dog, the king, or just the non-king?
No, this is just Ren, the dog.
This is just Ren, the dog.
Simple.
I like the
plain simple
the
Ren
ears.
dog. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the goat.
Doc M77.
Amazing.
Okay, so you've got at least 2 cards of the same type now. These little wrench icons.
Oh, those are types. Okay.
Yeah. And so if we're trying to figure out what kind of deck to build in the long term, we're going to need to kind of coalesce around 2 or 3 types.
I'll get a little organized here.
Yeah.
And so Tango Tech is able to be 2 different types?
So the rare of each hermit is a different type than their common.
I see. Interesting. That's not how Pokemon cards work.
Yeah, well, Pokemon is about,
Cub fan. Heyo.
Woo! Cub fan loves his fireworks. So he is a balanced type, like the Ren Dog there. Okay.
Very nice. This is exciting.
So I was going to say, why don't we, because we're trying to build a whole deck out of these, why don't we kind of try to keep them on camera? I'm going to actually start putting, like, types with types. So right now...
I was trying to do that already, yeah.
Yeah, just, like, making kind of a line there.
I don't want to bend them. That's why I asked for scissors.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can get scissors, too. It's just kind of...
It's fine. It's already over.
I've got a wireless... Well, we got 6 more of these, and I got a wireless mic.
Yeah, now they are bent.
Uh-oh, really?
A little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Another stress monster.
And that one's a prankster type.
Prankster type. How many prankster type cards are there?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that.
Are you a prankster type?
No, Grian is, though.
It's Joe Hills.
I'm an explorer type. Woo.
Howdy. Iskull 85.
Balanced.
Balanced. Order. Balance.
Ooh, there's another farm type
Impulse.
to go with your good Tango.
The shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffle. Vintage beef. Hey, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Another, I have a very, what did you call this? Judgment type?
Balanced.
Balanced.
I have a very judgmental deck. That's a terraformer type.
Good times with Scar.
Okay.
Terraformer.
Yep.
Jelly Paws. Hot guy.
So let's go ahead and slide Scar up here. And then we can start opening up some of the other packs.
Yeah.
And try and get this sorted. Joju says, I love Quinn's jacket.
Thank you. What should I open the booster pack next? Might that contain some more hermits?
That might contain more hermits, but like, I mean, to some degree, we should open everything, so it kind of doesn't matter.
I'm more excited about the hermits.
Okay, scissors.
Like, items are just items.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? no, I don't want to see the fronts.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
XP crafted.
Rare Explorer card XP crafted with
Nice.
ignore any effect card attached to the opponent.
XP crafted is your type.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Efficiency.
Use an attack from your active hermit without having the necessary item cards attached. So, like, for example, let's say you wanted to do Stress Monsters YOLO,
Yeah.
which is like self-destruct. Normally, you'd need to attach 3 Prankster cards, but if you had this Book of Efficiency, you could play Stress Monster and have full power up the first turn.
Yeah.
Now, you only get to use it once, but that's self-destruct anyway, so...
I've never seen a single-use book before. You know, most of the time.
Really? I feel like Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
pretty
it
popular.
burns after you read it.
A minor type item. So those are what you power up your hermits
What
with.
do you call this?
Minor type.
Oh, you can't call it a pickaxe.
I mean, you could, but it's... So this is like a
Farmer
farm type. We don't call them hoe types, right?
Okay, are these like elemental cards in
Yeah.
Pokemon?
And so these correspond with these things here. So, like, impulses, shuffle. The circle means you can use any item,
Yeah.
but the farm thing there means you have to use a farm item and any
Okay.
other item.
Like,
Like-
if I wanted to do extra flea, I would need 3 of these.
Exactly.
Cool. A book of binding. I'm forming a little library here. What does this do?
Let's, it stops the other hermit from fleeing.
That's because you have bound them. That makes sense.
A weak healing
Weak
potion.
healing. Is this for when you're feeling weak, or because it only gives you a little bit of health?
It's
back?
an entry-level healing potion. What would it take to get you into a healing potion today?
Probably a weak healing potion.
Yeah.
Zombie Cleo.
Builder. I don't think you got it. Oh, yeah, it goes with the
The
stress monster
mallet
up
class.
there. It's Kirby time.
Judgment. Mallet. Wrench type.
Hey, and there's a Zadaf.
ZF.
Wrench
For
type.
science. Haja.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay,
I have one more potential deck.
so, yeah,
Pack
I'm
of
gonna
hermits.
start putting your item cards over here, I guess, just
Thank
to make room. Let's put these on top of there. Since they're so iconic,
They are.
even with the glare, it's pretty obvious what they are. Just as a reminder, Quinn did drive across town for this stream, so if you would like to support the show, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Why is that not posting? There we go.
Okay. What do we have here?
Ooh,
Ooh,
double.
I didn't know there were ×2.
Those are really good. And so, so for example, you could use Beef's Mind Crack attack on round 1 if you had one of
Yeah,
these.
if I had another one of these, I could do anything.
Yeah, those are great. You're only allowed to have 3 of each of those in your deck, whereas these normal items, you can have as many as you want.
How many cards are in a full deck?
42.
42.
And so, according to your booster box came with 54 cards.
Yeah.
But it's not going to make a playable deck, because a playable deck wouldn't normally have 7 different types of hermits in it.
That makes sense.
So,
Any more than 6 hermits in a room and you have problems.
it's too loud.
Yeah.
Ooh, double terraformer. Nice.
Ooh. I've got
Okay.
double everything.
Yeah, you don't have any great terraformer hermit cards, so when we start trading, you could say do I want to coalesce my deck around that, or do
Yeah.
I want to trade that double item for a different
I don't have
elemental
any
double?
hermits of this type.
Yeah, that's a PvP or sword type.
Sword type.
Minor type.
Minor type. I'm just going to stack these.
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be trading some of your items that you have no hermits for.
Sure.
Bow is one of the best items in the game in that you want 3 of these in every deck.
Okay.
Do 40 HP damage to an AFK hermit of your choice. So if somebody, let's say that Cub Fan here took 260 damage, somebody swaps a different hermit in,
Yeah.
you can knock Cub Fan out even though he's not active.
Let's knock them out.
And yeah, every deck I built, 3 bows.
3 bows.
So yeah, you're gonna want those.
What if I wanted to have 4 bows?
You're not allowed. Can't have 4 bows.
Who makes the rules?
Vintage Beef, but Cleo and I helped, as so did Cub and Etho and XB. But also, thank you very much to Nursing Geek for 5, who says probably only about a gallon of gas, but happy holidays.
Thank you, Nursing Geek.
Thank you, Nursing Geek. Let's go ahead and rotate that camera another 5 degrees angular.
15 degrees.
15 degrees. Brr, it's a little chilly in
That's
here.
real chilly.
Keep tipping. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's see what we have next.
Lead. This is a good one. Single use. Move one of your opponent's active hermit item cards to any of their AFK hermits. Receiving hermit must have an open item card slot.
That was toward the bottom of the pack. They really buried the lead.
They've wow. So for example, that's really useful on, like, let's say that you had your Tango Tech out, right?
Yeah.
And it'll take 3 of these farmer cards to unlock extra flea.
Okay. Wait. Explain that again.
Good. So let's say that you had a Tango on the board that you were powering up. But you also had, like, Vintage Beef active now.
Yeah.
And he's got some balanced items on him.
Sure.
If he's active and he's AFK, and I have a lead card, I can move one of his balanced items into one of Tango Tech's slots, which would then clog it. So then you would need a double farmer item to offset that.
Wow.
Because there's a hard limit of 3 items attached to each hermit. So this is like one of the trolliest cards in the game.
That's a great card.
But it only works if the people have more than one type of hermit in their deck.
Oh, I see.
Some people might run a redstone only deck or a wrench only deck, and so that wouldn't be very good against them, but they have other problems by only playing one type. Let's see, somebody says the state sells gas by the gallon. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, you can buy it by the liter,
Yeah.
but
Like, you can get a liter.
you can get a liter of
eventually.
gas. They will sell you a liter of gas, but you got to do your own conversions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we do everything wrong here. I don't know if you noticed.
Okay, so let's get that lead card over here.
XB Crafty.
Woo! There's your first PvP card then.
First PvP type.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Blam. And what do we have here?
Escal 85.
Scale 85. So we've
Hello.
got 2 of these. Hello. Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we
still have 4 packs to open.
still have 4 packs to open. It's pretty clear, though, that, like, you've got a strong start to a balanced type deck here if you want it.
Yeah.
Prankster is one of the hardest types of decks to build because there's so few Prankster type hermits in this version. The Alter Ego update, which Beef put out on the server but isn't printed in the card game yet,
Okay.
has a lot of Prankster and Speedrunner type hermits in it because those were kind of underrepresented in the initial one.
Nice.
And this is just based on the initial round of cards. So it would be very challenging. Like, I don't have enough Prankster cards to trade you to build a deck around that stress.
Yeah.
But I could help you build a deck around the farm type, around the redstone, around the balanced, that sort of thing.
How do strengths and weaknesses work? Is there a chart somewhere?
There is a chart somewhere.
'Cause I'm like, okay.
So balanced has no strengths and no weaknesses. That's why it's
'Cause
balanced.
it's balanced.
Redstone beats PvP. PvP beats Speedrunner and Farmer. Farmer beats Explorer. Explorer beats Builder. Builder beats Terraformer. Terraformer beats Redstone. Miner beats Redstone and Prankster, but is weak against Speedrunner. Speedrunner is weak against PvP, and is strong against Miner and Prankster. You don't have to memorize this, though, because you'll see down here, it says what they're strong against.
Oh, that's
So, like,
great.
ZF, because he's a Redstone type, he does plus 20 damage to PvP type.
Yeah, you don't see that on Pokemon cards.
Or on the balanced cards, because they're not strong against anything. But yeah, so this PvP card over here says plus 20 to farm type and Speedrunner type.
Nice. Very cool. Let's open an effect pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to give myself more coffee, but I'm very nervous about carrying this across there.
It'll be fine.
It will be
Maybe.
fun. Maybe.
Bed. Oh, I've always wanted a bed.
Well, now you got one.
It's single use.
It is.
Just like
A real bed.
books. Everything is just, you gotta buy a new one every night.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you've got any non-single use effect cards yet. But let's see.
Which makes me think that there aren't any
There are.
non-single-use effects cards.
Ooh, chest is single use, but this is actually really good. Look through your discard pile and select one card to return to your hand. Cannot return clock to your hand. So the nice thing about this is if you were like, oh no, I had my double balanced item attached to vintage beef and he got knocked out. Both those cards get discarded. You can just grab that right out of your discard pile with the chest. So even though there's a cap on you can only have 3 of these in your deck or whatever, this will let you basically reuse something.
Okay. If one of my... Are these called player cards?
One of my hermits.
If one of my hermits is defeated and then discarded, am I allowed to revive them with this?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
So yeah, this is a really powerful card.
This is a Phoenix down.
Yeah, now
But
the
it
thing is,
also
it doesn't bring them back with all the stuff they had attached, though.
Right.
So you would have to build them up again. But the nice thing about this is, if you get, let's say that you've got 20 cards in your discard pile, you're pretty far into the game.
Yeah.
You can find something situationally. If you need a hermit, you grab a hermit. If you need an item, you grab an item. In some cases, you might just really need a bow, but you already played all 3 bows. Boom. 4th bow.
Right, because every bow is single use, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so this chest card, that's super good. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to hold on to that.
I'm keeping it.
Water bucket.
Water bucket, also single use.
Although this one is attach or single use. You can attach it to a hermit to prevent burns.
Oh.
So the idea is,
What type burns people?
some of the redstone have fire effects.
I see.
But here's the thing about this. So with the reason to attach this rather than just use it to douse is if you attach it to somebody, it stays attached no matter how many times somebody tries to catch them on fire.
That's great.
But if they're on fire when you use the water bucket, if you're using it to douse them, then you exhaust the bucket.
I see.
So basically,
You can't decide to attach it while they're on fire.
no.
No, because that exhausts them.
Single use removes a burn. Attachment prevents a burn, but it can prevent any number of burns.
Good to know.
So, yeah, if you're playing against somebody who has a lot of attacks that burn you, throwing that on there is
I'd
nice.
probably attach one of those to myself just every day when I wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Milk bucket.
This is the equivalent for poison.
Okay.
Either removes poison on active or AFK hermits, or it can be attached to prevent poison.
It cannot be attached to any lactose intolerant hermits.
No.
Or vegan hermits. Shield.
Prevent up to 60 damage for 1 turn. Discard following any damage taken. These cards weren't very good in the initial game, but Beef kind of buffed them up, so they prevent a lot more damage. This 60 damage, that actually does make a difference. These are actually... There are definitely better cards than these that you could put in your deck, but for somebody who's, like, starting out, usually I would have a couple shields in my deck.
Okay.
So...
And that's really great, because most attacks aren't... I mean...
Well, like the Omega, when it's fully powered up, does 100.
What's the... I mean, the highest is, what, 100?
There's
hermit?
some things that can do, like, 160 in certain situations, but, like, you have to flip a
The
coin.
plus 20 too. And,
Yeah.
But the shield is nice.
Ooh,
I
second
got
bow.
a second bow.
Nice, you're going to want that.
I want that. I want it.
Ooh, TNT.
TNT, it's dynamite.
Do an additional 60 damage. You also take 20 damage. So,
Yeah, it's kind of like...
get a little bit of splash damage there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a tweak.
Because you're in close proximity.
Yeah,
Do
you don't...
understand?
Yeah.
You know, you don't really have time to run away when you check the TNT.
Somebody says, is Etho the only hermit that can burn? Etho is the only hermit in the base game that has a burn attack, but any deck can have lava buckets in it. So if you're playing against somebody with 3 lava buckets, attaching the water card might be better for you.
I see.
Which, you know, you're not necessarily going to know that if you're playing at, like, a random tournament, but if you're playing against one friend who's like, yeah, I got 3 lava buckets in this deck, yeah! You got to really think hard about putting that water bucket on your hermits. What do we got here?
Why does that friend sound like the Beetlejuice, though?
I don't know. He's so friendly.
That guy has so many friends. I'm so jealous.
Invisibility potion.
Invisibility.
This is one of the cards that is kind of... It doesn't work well on its own. Okay. It's a single-use card. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's next attack misses. If tails, it does double damage. So the only case where this is actually really helpful is, let's say that you were down to, like, 50 health, and you're up against Iskal.
Sure.
Who has Hallow that does 50 damage. It's like, you don't care if Hallow does 50 or 100 damage.
Yeah.
Because
you're gone.
You're dead either way. But
this
like
is kind of your last resort.
Yeah, this is one of those things, like, if you're using this in a productive way, you're already in potentially really bad shape.
Your life has already been cut into pieces. This is your last resort.
This is your last resort.
Personal Zombie asks, my Wi-Fi stuttered when I was sending a donation, a tip. Did it go through?
We've only gotten 2 tips. One from Nursing Geek and one from Mark.
Yes.
So it did not go through. I mean, now I will say though, if PayPal says it went through, it might just be PayPal has a delay sometimes.
It might come through eventually.
So if you don't see it on your end and we don't see it on our end, it didn't go through at all. If you see it on your end but we don't see it yet, that might just be PayPal going, hey, there was something weird about the network when this went through. Let's give it an extra 5 minutes of fraud prevention, quarantine or something.
Yeah.
Like, let's wait and see if there's a chargeback or if there's an additional thing here.
Right.
So sometimes they don't give us the alert right away.
And they should communicate better because they're our pal.
Our pal with pay. Diamond Armor, that is a good card.
Good. It's not single use.
That's an attached card.
Everything is single use.
This is an attached card that you're going to be happy with. Prevent up to 20 damage of HP taken. Prevents all additional damage to this Hermit from all effect cards. Somebody who's wearing this Diamond Armor cannot be hit by a bow.
That's great.
And so also it would, because it negates all damage from cards like the TNT.
Yeah.
You know, like this can be a big help. That's a really good draw.
Thank you. Another shield.
Another shield. Those are not bad, like I said, to have in your deck when you're starting out.
Them,
I was gonna try and stack them, but I was like, oh, let me just see if I can slide it first. I cannot. We learned that.
Joe cannot.
Golden armor. Prevent up to 10 damage taken. This is a good, like, sometimes it actually makes a difference. I've seen games where somebody played Golden Armor and was mocked and then survived with 10 HP and won.
10 HP
and was just like, oh, who's laughing now?
I think we got a YouTube super chat.
Yeah, from Just a Geek. I think that's 125 Philippine pesos. Let me see what that is in U.S. abacus beads here. Okay, so I'm going to paste that, and then I'm going to type 2 USD. This is the worst
2 USD, 2 furious
way to do this. That's, let's see, 2 degrees angular rotation. Here we go.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much. It was Just a Geek 24.
I think I saw PayPal come through as well.
Okay, give me a second after I take care of this.
2
so
seconds.
Rotating us to 17 degrees. Thank you very much, Just a Geek 24. We appreciate you. And then
it's getting a little warmer in here. 17.
And then, yeah, now the PayPal's gone through. Personal Zombie, thank you so much for the 30, who says, happy holidays to my favorite streamers from Tennessee, Mers.
Thank you so much.
It actually just says from Tennessee, but I'm going to assume that you wanted it to rhyme.
Yeah.
Let's rotate us now up to 47 degrees.
We are the only streamers from Tennessee that I'm aware of, so
does
I don't
Wells
know
Knight
how
stream
big of a
sometimes?
compliment it is.
I don't know.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. No.
We're the only... Yeah.
Okay.
But
so,
still, to be your favorite means a lot.
Yes, thank you very much, Personal Zombie. Whoa, I did something weird.
Zombie.
I did something weird with the thing
I saw that.
Yeah, that was not what I was intending to do. Okay. Cool.
Nope, Queen says above freezing now.
Cool.
Thank you. It was bad in here. Iron Sword.
So do an additional 20 HP of damage.
Single use. Seems good.
Yeah, yeah. The little cards like this that bump up damage, because sometimes the other person will be like, ooh, should I swap out my guy? Well, he can survive one more hit from you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, you can survive one more hit for science, Like, if somebody, let's say somebody has 60 HP, they're like,
Sure.
do I swap out or do I attack? I'll attack because I've got another round to swap out. And you're like, for science plus Iron Sword, 70. Now they're down.
For science.
And just to make it clear,
yes.
the actual win condition for the game is to knock out 3 of the opposing hermits. Or knock out all... if the other person doesn't... If they have a deck that's too light on hermits to draw 3 hermits, it's knock out all the hermits they have.
That was because I was about to ask, what is the number of hermits you should have in a deck? And it seems like you need at least 3, but other than that, it's whatever you want.
Well, yeah, right? you absolutely need at least 3 hermits. But realistically, from a practical standpoint, I usually put in like 10-ish hermits, 10 to 12.
10 to 12?
Because...
Out of 42?
Out of 42. Well, the problem is you want to draw them. If you don't have enough hermits... So, let's say I only draw 1 hermit, and the rest of them are in the bottom half of my deck. Somebody else can kill that 1 hermit before I get to...
How many cards do you draw on the initial draw?
7.
7.
So...
What happens if there are no hermits in the 7 cards?
Then you have to show the other person your 7 cards, and then draw again.
But if there is a hermit in there, you don't have to show them your cards.
Exactly. But, so that's the thing, is that if the penalty for not drawing a hermit is you lose some of the element of surprise of what's in your deck.
Yeah, that's tough. So you want to increase the odds of having a hermit.
But most importantly, you really want to draw 2 hermits within the first 3 rounds, because it's possible that the other person might knock you out in 3 rounds.
Which is not fun.
And so, like, 10 to 12 is where you're kind of almost guaranteed somebody in 3 rounds.
That makes sense, yeah. Very cool.
So let's see what you got.
Here. Another bow.
Okay.
I need 3 bows.
Hey, let's just say though, seriously, there are some cards in here that are definitely going in your deck, right? The 3 bows, the lead, the TNT, the diamond armor. That's like 6 out of your 42. That those will stay in your deck, no matter how good it got, right? So that's what 1/7 of the way there.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book of Thorns. This is another...
This is a book you can read more than once.
Yes. This is a book that you attach to yourself. Your opponent takes 10 HP damage following their hermit's attack.
Oh, so when they attack me, they take damage.
Yeah.
Because I have this thorny
book.
book.
And there's a more powerful equivalent of this card called the Wolf that ignores armor.
The Book of Wolf or the
It's
Wolf
just
of
a wolf.
Thorns?
It's not there's not a Wolf of Thorns, but there could be.
Yeah, that sounds
Get
like
on
a
it, Beef.
fantasy novel. Another book, but I don't even know if this is a book because it's vanishing.
Oh no! Your opponent is forced to discard their active hermit's attached effect card. So that's another one. You might want 3 of these in your deck.
Wow.
I don't have 3 of these in my deck
How
because
many do you have?
I might have 1. I'm not sure if I even have 1.
It's hard to say because it's vanishing.
So the thing is, let's say that your opponent has like the diamond armor.
Yeah.
You can play the Book of Vanishing, and it gets rid of whatever they have attached.
That's great.
Yeah. So if you're like, or let's say that you're the lava bucket guy, and your pal puts the water bucket on their hermit, you're like, not today! Fire, fire, fire.
I like it.
So, yeah. So let's see. Maybe, we still have 2 more booster boxes, or booster packs. Yeah, let's get these kind of...
2 item packs.
Oh, are these item packs?
These are item packs.
Okay.
Those were effect packs.
Okay.
Which contain items.
Yeah, because we did the boosters earlier because they contain hermits. Yeah.
I wanted to do the hermits first. Because I've heard of them.
Yes. So you're going to get 1 double item. So that's a double builder.
Nice.
The nice thing about these double item cards is even if you don't get the one you want, somebody is going to be building a deck with whatever type that is, and will be willing to trade you for it.
You're the one that I want.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay.
PvP item.
PvP.
Another builder.
Another builder. Oh.
You actually need those.
Judgment. I need it. What's it actually called? Balance.
Yeah, balance. And
What's
Explorer.
Explorer. Discovery. The final pack.
Here we go.
At least I think it's the final pack. let's see what we have here. Ooh, that's
You have
great.
2 double builders.
That's good.
I do have. You have 2 builder cards, but yeah, not rares or whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Revenge.
Ooh, speedrunner item.
Speedrunner. I don't have any speedrunner.
They're super rare at this point. There will be more of those when the expansion pack comes out, but
Do you have any speedrunners in your deck?
no, because I don't have enough speedrunners or speedrunner items. But the thing is, I will trade you for anything that you can't use. I will find something to trade you.
Cool. PvP.
PvP, nice.
Puff.
Redstone.
Redstone.
Wrench.
And the final card of the draw.
Prankster item.
Prankster.
Okay.
I don't have enough prankster items to actually have a prankster in my deck, do I?
No, and I'm not sure that I could. I don't think I have enough prankster items to trade you
Even
either.
though I really like the artwork on this stress card.
The stress card is super cute. Okay, so I think that the first thing that we want to do is to start sorting out which cards you would 100% definitely use no matter what. So, like, Diamond Armor, for example. Like, where do we want to put those? Like, somewhere toward you. Yeah, 3 bows. So that's 4 cards out of 42.
Yes.
I would say the lead you definitely want. The Book of Efficiency, that's the one that lets you use a fully powered up move without having the items. That one you'd want.
So this is 6 cards now.
Yep. The chest you would definitely want. The Book of Vanishing.
Let's keep these on camera.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Book of Vanishing is 7. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so that's wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. So we got 8 out of the 42 already. Normally you would want something like 10 to 12 hermits. You would want like around 14 or so items, like which is the power-ups. And then you would make up the difference with a mix of attachment and single-use effect cards.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what is that? Like that's... So 14 plus 12 would be 26. 26 from 42 would be 16. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me count how many hermits I have in the first place.
Yeah.
Or... Okay, 1, 2... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
Well, I have 16 because I have double Iskals.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm trying to think if there is a... Here, let's slide that over. So I'm going to need room to open the binder for trading.
Sure.
So here's what I'm thinking is, can we take these cards that are definitely going in the deck and start like sliding them up along there? And I'm going to move XB over here maybe?
Yeah. How about
they just stack them?
Okay. We're keeping them, right?
Yeah, well,
trade these.
people might want to see the deck composition as we go, but
Well,
for right now, we
can
need to
show
make
them
room.
periodically.
So, yeah, okay, I'm going to move these ones over, though, so I can open the binder here, and we can start looking at what we might trade.
And in the darkness, bind her.
Okay, so, let's see. I was going to suggest if we ended up with absolutely no sort of cohesion here. I have a ton of PvP hermits and cards.
Okay.
But it
I'm
looks like...
guessing if something is in this binder, it's not actively in your deck.
Yeah,
correct?
I've got my 3 decks over here.
3 decks.
Well, so one of them is just a base starter deck, nothing added to it. So that way when I play people who are like, oh, I'm worried I'm going to lose because I just have the starter pack, I didn't get a booster.
And you're like, it's okay.
It's okay.
I have the same deck.
I have one of those. Yeah, there's 10 different starter decks that
Okay.
Beef designed with help from Cleo and I.
Very cool.
And then I've got 2 like slightly better decks. I don't have. I've thought about trying to make one like super mega overpowered deck for when I play against people who are like really
mega
into
overpowered.
it. But honestly, I don't have enough cards to do that yet.
Looks like you have some nice card protectors you've put on those as well.
Yeah, but we don't have a sponsorship from them, so we're not going to talk about that yet.
I will not speak.
Okay, so let's see. It seems like, though, you've got a good start on... Okay, so where am I? So you got a good start on farm type and balance type. You could do a builder deck, though, because you've got those 2 builder items, the 2 double builders.
Well, I have a lot of balance, and I have the ×2 balance as well.
Yeah. So I think you definitely want to keep balance, and...
I like that balance doesn't have a weakness.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So let me see how many balance items I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that would be 6, and then I've got a double one as well. Let me make sure I don't have more of these somewhere. Yeah. Well, so the question, yeah, so here's what I'm looking at was normally a lot of people would trade double items for double items. So like I might say, hey, you don't have any terraform, or you've got like 1 terraformer card, but you're not likely to use that in your deck.
Sure.
I'll trade you this double balance for it. There's not really, as far as I know yet in the meta, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, chat. There's not like a thing where people are like, well, double terraformers are worth way more than double balance. Like, I think they're equal.
That's something I've never heard.
Yeah. So for our first trade, I will offer you a double balance card for that double terraformer card.
Okay. Which one is terraformer?
That's the shovel one here.
Oh, I see.
So you've only got the 1 scar that could use it anyway.
Yeah.
Who presumably you're going to trade away.
That's a good trade.
So, and I've been looking at trying to get a get a terraformer deck together for my overpowered deck at some point, but I'm not there. So, Chad, if at any point you think I'm taking advantage of Quinn here, let me know, and I will try not to.
Yes, let me know.
Yeah, and let Quinn know, because that will be important to Quinn.
Because I do not wish to be taken advantage upon.
Yeah. So we're going to mark 1 tally mark for 1 trade. We're going to see how many trades it takes to build Quinn a playable deck here.
And is this
So
I'm just going to ask this question.
Yeah.
Are all item cards single use?
You attach them to a hermit, and then
once you use the attack, the card goes away?
No, it stays attached. So there are certain hermits that have like special attacks that would consume an attached item card, but those are very rare.
Okay, that's good to know. If your hermit is defeated, what happens to your item?
They go in your discard pile, where you could get them back with a chest.
Right. Cool.
But yeah.
Good to know.
Okay. So let's see. If you're trying to build a deck that was single, what's called like in Magic the Gathering they call types colors. So somebody might say a single color deck or a double color deck. If you're trying to build just a single color deck, you would want to go all balance. But realistically, you don't have any rare hermits with any cool special abilities that could really shake up the game that are balanced.
Oh, my holographic Tango Tech isn't rare?
That's not a balance type, that's a farm type.
Oh, you're talking about balance.
I'm saying there's a good reason to not go balanced only. Now, so you probably want to have a second type. Your 2 kind of options there are you build out your farm type, because that's a lot more plausible than building out your prankster, because like I said, a lot of people don't have prankster cards to trade. They're kind of rare at this point in the game.
Sure.
I've got a few prankster items, but I don't think I have any prankster hermits. So that would be a rough thing.
Yeah, it would not be useful at this present time.
I couldn't really trade you anything to build out explorers, but because I don't have like any rare explorer hermits. So, and the only rare farm type I have is this Iskal, who does extra damage to builders. Oh wait, I do have a rare ZF. Okay, so I do have some more explorers, but not like, I was gonna say, if you wanted to try and build a builder deck though, I've got, you would already have 2 of these double builder items, which is gonna put you in good shape. I've got 2 rare builders I could trade you. So, like, I could trade you this rare Good Times with Scar.
Okay.
For one of your other rare cards.
Yeah.
I've got this rare Vintage Beef who's also a builder.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you're particular about, like, those 1-to-1 or anything. but...
What would you want for the rare Good Times with Scar? Or if I were to take one of these, which do you think is better for me to take?
I would suggest trading... And like
or do you think I should take both of them?
I was going to suggest I'm going to offer you both of these in exchange for 2 non-holographic rares. Because I don't know... Like I said, we don't know enough about like the market and the meta to say like...
So you'll take this and this.
That.
Yeah.
And then I would say, hold on to your holographic Tango Tech, because 12...
I kind of want to.
Because
I kind of like it.
You got 54 cards here, right?
Yeah.
So, hold on. So, not all of them have to go in your deck. So, here, let's put these 2 in your deck, then. And you can take a look at those. So, not everything has to go in your deck. You can hold on to those and then trade them later with somebody else at, like, Tennessee Game Days. Like, if you want, or if you decide later you want to build a farm deck. Yep.
This is the architect of the entire game.
It is. So now you got you've got the beginning of something good here. I don't have any rare balanced cards I could trade you, but let's see. So you've got how many usable hermits then? If you did do these 2 types, you've got 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're a couple hermits away from having. Like I said, I would usually go with 12 if I'm starting.
It's okay to have like double Iskulls in your deck.
Yeah, you can't have more than 3.
Okay.
Stream has gone a bit quiet and muffled. Joe, my microphone kicked out. Oh, okay. Is this... It looks like it's lit up. Is it the... Did that thing die, maybe?
Maybe, because the levels aren't that high, right?
Test. Yeah, I am definitely...
I heard, like, a click in my
that
headphones a little bit ago.
Is this thing on a timer here?
No.
I'm going to try... It doesn't look like it's powered up. It's got a battery in the game. Is there a charge thing? It looks like it's got a USB charge.
USB-C, do you have a cable?
An extra one? 1 second.
Well, let me see if I... Where did I put...
1 second. USB-C.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Well, I've got mine.
I mean, just A, that's all that matters.
I'm not sure if it's long enough, though. It's very short. And I'm also not sure if this is DC in. These might be power in for charging the laptop, not power out for charging other things. Let me try swapping. This one might provide power, but that one... reach that far.
Can it reach that far?
That's not it. But I'm not sure that. Next option is plugging it in source and just let Okay. Yeah, we should be good.
Speak on your mic.
Talk.
Oh, way better.
Way better. Okay, let me... okay. People are saying loud pop and then all the voices were gone, but now it's much better. Yay, okay.
Crisis averted.
And she says, lots of static beeps. Yeah, because it wasn't working. Okay. So, where was I? So right now, you've got 4 builder hermits, and you've got, because of this double Iskal, just to make it easier for people to see, 5 of those. So that's 9 out of 12 that you probably want.
Okay.
If you wanted additional common hermits. You can tell the difference between a common card and a rare card by whether or not it has full art here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just put these side by side here. Okay. So
I think it would be wise to next go to redstone.
I think you probably want to do it. You probably want to have a 2-type deck, ideally.
Oh, you just want 2 types.
Yeah, so the starter decks start with 3, but the idea is that most people will narrow it down to 2.
Really? Why?
Because you're more likely to draw the types of items you need. It's a little loud on Joe's mic now. Is it?
Is that controlled?
Well, my mic is the one that's on the mixer in here. Vocaster Hub. I can bring that down slightly. Is that better?
Is that better?
Okay, so we're going to keep talking, and people can tell us over time if it's better. So Joju says, I recommend Stress Monster Common for a builder deck because she's a good balance between hit points and damage. And so that's, yeah. So one thing you'll look at here is like some of these cards have...
Does this control my input?
Yes.
So people want it up a little bit.
People want your input up. Okay.
Is this better for me? You speak and let me look at the levels.
You know what? The phantom power turned off.
That's probably another issue.
When that was unplugged, the phantom power turned off.
Yeah, now I'm great.
Okay. So that means I need to go back up.
Yeah, and then we'll be the same.
Yeah, so when I unplugged the electricity to plug the other thing in, yeah, that's what...
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back up now. Yeah, so it's not that Joe is a little loud, it's that Quinn's microphone stopped working. Okay.
Woo!
Ooh, okay.
So I need more balance and builders.
Yeah. Now, so for example, like you've got people like Wells with his first attack does only 40, but he can use either type of power. You know.
Yeah, that's good.
Cleo does 60 on her first attack, but has less health. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so Stress Monster kind of a good balance in between.
We got a new message from PayPal.
Oh, well, let's go see who that's from. Thank you very much to Timothy for the 5 who says, love from Memphis. Thanks for the fantastic show, Joe. You're most welcome. Let's go ahead and rotate that camera 52 degrees.
You know, I was walking in Memphis.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you wanted one more balanced card, you know, you could look at this here and see like, okay, which of these guys has a lot of health, or which of these guys, like Hypnotize can do max attack for 100, but you gotta fully power that up with 3 energy, right?
Right.
In fact, a lot of these balanced guys take 3 energy to fully power up.
Yeah. This is not fully on camera.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Let's try this.
Yeah, so, I mean, the thing is the beef card is pretty weak, so you wouldn't necessarily want to fill in one of those.
I don't want weak beef.
Yeah, I mean, getting another Cub fan wouldn't be terrible, but if you particularly like the art on, like, the Etho...
I like the Etho card.
Yeah,
I think that's a good one to have in my deck.
Yeah, let's say...
Regardless of the art, let's say the art was terrible. Is it still a good card to have?
Yeah, well, it's got the fact that you can do this wild card means that even if on your first draw you only get builder cards. Now, where you're screwed, though, then, is you need a double in order to power up Breach if you have a builder in there.
Yeah.
So
I do like the art.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'd trade you that for the Terraforming Good Times with Scar.
That's this one?
That's that one there, yeah. So, whoops. I guess we can put that there. We're actually up to 4. I've been forgetting to mark this, right? Because we
4
did
trades.
Yeah, 4 trades total. And so let's see. At that point, how many cards did we say that you? How many of the effect cards did you take that you liked? 8, where we were like that was definitely going to go in the deck. Maybe.
Let me It was these ones, right? These
Yeah,
are
yeah,
effects one. Yes, 8.
Okay, so we've got 8 cards there that are definitely going in the deck. Then we've got these 6 that are definitely going in the deck. So now we're up to 14.
What do you mean 6?
The 6 balanced hermits are definitely going in, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So 6 plus 8 is... So we're up to 14 cards that are definitely going in. Okay. So you're going to need some balanced items. You're going to need, let's say, 4 of those on top. Because, like I said, if you're going for 14 items in your deck-ish,
yeah,
you would want as many doubles as you can and then fill up the rest with these, right? So that would get you to... Yeah. So I'll trade you these 4 items for, let's say...
PvP?
Yeah, 3 PvP and 1 minor, I guess, or 1 redstone, whichever. Okay.
Thank you.
That's another...
Trade number 5.
Yep. So, or that's, well, technically trades number... That's 4 more trades. So there's 7 more cards going in your deck. So we're up to 21 cards that are, like, in the deck, right? Okay. And...
So you want your elemental items to be like about a third of your deck,
roughly. And for really advanced players who want to, like, if you optimize which hermits you have so they all use low number of powers or things like that, like, there are ways to do decks with less. But, like, that's, if you're just starting out, when you play the game, you're going to want to draw cards that are useful to you. You know what I mean?
When would you not want to draw cards that are useful to you?
Like I said, there are advanced decks where you can trash cards in order to do other things. Or
interesting.
It's so okay, let's see. So in terms of building out your builders, you're going to need. You've got 3 of those, so you're going to need 4 builder items. That's all the builder items I have. So I'll trade you those for these 4 remaining items, I guess. The Explorer, the Prankster, the Redstone...
and Farmer.
Well, I was going to say... Actually, wait. Oh, you've got more than 4 of these. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd particularly like the Speedrunner one.
Sure.
And then any 3 other ones that you want. So, for example, if you were trying to build a deck around Tango long term,
yeah, then
you might say, I'm going to hold on to that one.
So how about you take these 3 then?
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Am I being taken advantage of?
And then...
Please blink if I am.
That's another 7 cards. So you're up to 28 cards of your deck so far. And I'm going to put these... I'm just going to put these in here, so I'll sort them later. Okay. So we're going to fill out your Builder Hermits next.
Okay.
It
looks like we have another tip coming.
Oh, yeah. I will pull that up in just a second.
Sounds good.
I feel like I had a place to put this one.
Just a Geek blinked. Do you think I've been taken advantage of?
Uh-oh.
By my own kin.
Oh, no.
Not my own kin.
Hey, we got another 10 rolling in from Tia. Miss May, who says, it's the Hills. My Rare Joe Hills trade just came in, and the art is so pretty. Thank you guys for a great show. You're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Miss May, that's going to get us to 62 degrees angular. At 180, what are we going to do, Quinn? We're
going to be rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. Only 118 away from that, if I'm doing the math right.
118.
Cool. Okay, so let's go back to that. Let's go back to the page with all the builder hermits and see which 2 builder hermits.
Because I need more builders, right?
You need more builders.
I have 6 balance. I only have 4 builders, so I probably want. Yeah. What?
So
4.
You probably want
3?
2 more common builders here. Wells Knight is good for a 2-color deck, and so is Corrales, because they both have things with wild cards in them. And you don't have necessarily either of those, so if you like the art, then that's cool. There's also a BOO here that does a little bit more damage.
Wells Knight has more HP, even though the attacks are exactly the same.
That's very true.
So I would go with the Wells Knight.
That's a good point.
Would it make sense to just take 2 Wells Knight cards?
I do have 2 Wells Knight cards, so yeah, that would make sense, and I'd be willing to trade you 2 Wells Knights for 2 other Hermits.
Yeah, like these.
Yeah.
I've got this XB over here. I have a Joe Hills.
Yeah, I'll trade you 1 Wells Knight for a Joe Hills.
Okay.
Because these are good, because I've been using these as kind of get-out-of-jail-free cards at conventions. Like, did I tell you about when I crashed the bowling alley?
No. You
Well,
crashed a bowling alley? What does that mean?
Well, you've heard the story of how Wes Wilson got me into that party, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so one year, Wes had just lost his job at Mixer.
Yeah.
And was like, Joe and Art, can I stay with you guys at PAX? I know a ton of people in the gaming industry, and if I can just talk to some people, I think I can get a new job. And we're like, sure. And he's like, I'll get you guys into all the industry parties I'm going to.
Okay.
And we're like, we already said yes, Wes. We want to help you. You're our friend.
Right. But we will still go to the industry parties.
But, okay. So, and then it turned out Art was, like, busy with some other people and didn't want to go. And so Wes is like, okay, Joe, let's go to this party. And we're in line, and I'm like, and he's like, he mentions, he's like, yeah, I'm on the list for this one. Shouldn't be a thing. I got a +1. And then his +1 shows up, and I'm like, okay, wait, I thought I was the +1.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I got a different thing for that. And I'm like, what do you have for that?
Yeah, what's the different thing?
So we get to the front, and there's like, a big bouncer with like a clipboard list or whatever. And he's like, name. And Wes is like, Wes Wilson, this is my +1. And then he points at Frex, who we knew through Control Point. Like, you've met Frex at least once at the New Year's party, like 15 years ago, down in Huntsville.
Probably.
And then the bouncer looks, and who the hell is this guy? And Wes goes, oh, this is Joe Hills. And the bouncer's like looking at the list for a Joe Hills. And then somebody behind the bouncer goes, is that Joe Hills? Let that man in. And I'm like, wait, Wes, this was your plan. This was how you were going to get me into... I could have done that on my own.
How could you have shouted from behind the bouncer, is that Joe Hills?
No, but like, Wes was just like... Wes apparently knew that people knew me.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't know that people knew me.
Sure.
So he got me into the party by just getting me into the line.
Well, he had the knowledge.
He had that knowledge. So,
wait, why couldn't you just be Frex's +1?
Because Frex wasn't on the list.
Oh, I see. So Frex was his +1. Okay.
And I was not on the list.
I see. Okay.
So anyway, at this PAX, just this last PAX.
PAX Unplugged.
The hotel that we're at has like the main bar, Cirque. And there's also a bar off of that with a bowling alley. And I checked, and it's like the bowling alley is only open Friday and Saturday nights, but I flew in on Thursday.
Right.
And I saw on Thursday it's like open, available for private events. And I'm like, I wonder if there's going to be, somebody's going to book this, right?
Sure, why not?
And Thursday at 8 o'clock, a little stanchion goes up outside, booked for private event. But there's no bouncer. And so I'm just like looking at that, and I'm like, I could do this. And I just walk up to the bartender. Hey, can I get a Jack and Coke? There's some people, starting to bowl or whatever. And I'm like, thinking like, oh, this is maybe Sony or whatever.
Sure.
Right? I don't know who this is, but...
Why would Sony have a PAX Unplugged party?
Because Nintendo makes playing cards and they want to compete with them? I don't know. Like, but like, you see what I'm saying? Like, for all, like, I'm just like, I just want to see...
Oh, right, for the God of War trading card game.
Yeah, or something.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
And so I just walk in and I order a drink, and the bartender looks at me and he goes, are you here for the private party? Are you supposed to be here? And one of the other guys goes, oh, it's my party. He's fine, because we actually have an odd number of bowlers, so if you'll fill in, one of my friends is late. If you just fill in for him, then you can totally bowl until he gets here. I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, okay, well, apparently you don't even need to be famous to just get into private parties. Somebody else just has to be late. So anyway, we're bowling for like an hour and a half, and the friend finally shows up.
Yeah.
And the friend is just like, who the hell let Joe Hills in here? Because the friend knew who I was. And
didn't want you to be there?
No, but he was
just was surprised.
He was just like, what? You guys got Joe Hills at this party? Like, and they're like, who the hell is Joe Hills? And
I don't know.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I make some YouTube videos or whatever. But that guy was just like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing. And I was just like, yeah, I'm here promoting my card game. Let me sign a common Joe Hills card for you here. Thank you for letting me hang out with you guys, that sort of thing. That I pieced out because they had an even number of players.
Sure.
But, yeah.
That's also like a very cool time to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
You like autograph a card that has you on it, and then you walk out of the room.
Yeah, I'm not going to overstay.
No.
But, yeah. So that was what I learned from Wes, is that apparently I could just get into parties. And so...
This is dangerous information that you have.
This is dangerous information to have. I shouldn't have that. Okay. So... Anyway, yeah. So, like, I came out of there, and people were like, where you been? Oh, I was at a private party. And they're like, oh, man. Like...
I mean, they could have gone. They just needed to be Joe Hills.
Yeah, well, they just needed to be... They needed to show up before I got there, because once I got there, there was an even number.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's a problem.
But, yeah, the other thing is, it was not a corporate booking, I found out. Because I was expecting it to be a corporate booking. When I said like, oh
yeah, it was just a group of friends or something.
Yeah, so it was a group of friends, and they were like, oh yeah, we go to PAX, we go to PAXs all over the country every year and hang out together. And one of us was like, oh hey, this bowling alley is only available for reservations on Thursday night. I wonder if they're already booked. And then they weren't, so we put our money together and rented a thing.
Wow.
We rented the bowling alley, which goes to show you can just be some random guys and rent a bowling alley too.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Okay. So
I took 2.
You wanted the second Wells night, and you had offered, I guess, XP Crafted, you said? Or...
Whatever you like, except for my holographic tango tag.
Yeah, not the holographic tango tag. Yeah, let's trade second Wells for XP Crafted, and now you've got another 6 Hermits in there, which is going to get your count of usable cards up to 34. Okay, that's not bad.
Which happens to be my age.
Oh, it's just like that song. What's Quinn's age again? Okay. Okay, so we're just going to put the XP Crafted here. Wow, I've got a few of these.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, like I was thinking that when I do my overpowered deck, it might be a PvP deck. So I've been kind of building up toward that. Because I've got the rare Cleo and the rare Wells.
Oh, yeah.
My overpowered deck might end up being combination PvP Terraformer, because I've also got Pearlescent Moon and Corrales rares.
Very cool.
But, yeah. Let's see. So, at this point...
What types do you spread across? Explorer, what else?
So,
like a rare Joe Hills card, what is that type?
Oh, the rare Joe Hills is farm type, which is why one of my decks here is a farm type.
Okay.
Farm builder, which is why I don't have any why I didn't have extra builder rares to trade you.
I see.
I probably should have had that scar in there. That's fine. I forgot that I had a builder deck. I must have opened that scar like during the Cleo stream, and then we didn't actually rebuild this deck. But you know what? Maybe I'm gonna swap out PvP or Terraform wasn't an option for me before I got that double.
So Joe has so many decks.
I can't keep track.
Can't even keep track of what's in them.
Terraform isn't going to be that OP with how common builders are. Oh yeah, because builders are good against Terraformers.
Oh.
But Redstone is super common. So yeah, I don't know.
Good to know.
We'll work it out. We can work it out.
We can work it out. Gonna do things my way.
I want Quinn to have a playable deck. That's more important that Quinn has a playable deck than that my builder deck is.
Yeah,
solid.
It'd be great to have a playable deck.
Okay, so let's go ahead now and let's take these cards here and consolidate the ones that you know are going to go in the deck so we just have more table space at this point.
Let's scrunch them.
Okay. So, okay, so your
compress cards.
Compress cards, woo. I think we need to make a separate stack also for cards that you know you're not going to use in your deck, right? So, you know you don't want to trade the Tango or that item.
Yeah.
So we put those, like, here.
Yep. They shall not be traded.
Okay, so here's you've got 8 slots left in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
And you're definitely not going to want to use these 3. Or this impulse, right?
Yeah.
These 4 cards are not going to help your deck no matter what.
Nay.
Out of the rest of these, having a sword and a TNT. So you're definitely not going to want to use that.
No.
But I mean, out of these cards, even without trading, you could build a playable deck with like maybe these two, weak healing potion. So what is that? That's 5 right there.
But are there other things that I should have?
I mean, having like more.
Are these called effect cards?
Yeah, effect cards.
Okay.
Like, let's see. Part of the problem is none of these are like especially amazing. Like, nobody's gonna really like the bed and the invisibility potion are super conditional, so they're hard to trade away.
I see.
And the water bucket and the milk bucket are cards that you kind of want to hold on to, even if you don't want them in this particular deck. But like, if you know you're playing against somebody that has poison or something, maybe you swap those in place of one of the shields.
I see.
You know what I mean? So you're going to want to hold on to those, but you're not necessarily going to want those in your deck today. Those are reserve cards.
Sure.
Okay, so let's put the 5 cards you're definitely going to probably want to put in at this point are these 5, and then that leaves you with...
How many does that get me up to?
That gets you up to 39. So
I only have 3 more cards I can put in.
Yeah, you got room to put 3 more cards in. Unfortunately, these other cards here aren't like super in demand. Well, Book of Binding some people might want. But the bed and the invisibility potion are so conditional that like a lot of people wouldn't necessarily like.
Well, here's the thing: I have 5 cards.
Got a bed already.
And so, could I trade like 2 effect cards to you for like a desirable effect for 1 desirable effect card?
That's also viable. You know what I realized is we stopped keeping count of the trades at some point.
Yeah. Did we need that information?
I was curious how many cards we traded.
Well, we had, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely more than 9.
It's probably 15-ish. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody can watch the playback and tell us.
Okay. But like, for example,
like what's a great effect card that would like really bolster my deck?
I mean, a great effect card. I mean,
I guess like Diamond Armor, right?
Yeah, Diamond Armor.
I had 2 Diamond Armors in one deck.
Yeah. But like, so let's see, TNT, vanishing.
I'm guessing your best effect cards are already in your decks.
Yeah, for the most part, or they're ones that I was explicitly holding for building like an overpowered deck.
That's fair.
And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, the invisibility potion and the bed are both so weirdly conditional that like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Curly Parmesan says, "Good morning. What type of deck is Quinn building? I'm building a B&B deck.
Balanced and builder. So
maybe I should have a
bed
bed at my B&B.
Do I have? I've got 4 books of binding cards, and I've built multiple decks, and I'm not using these. You know, just to.
So I probably won't be using mine.
Well, I mean, you could put it in there and see if you like playing with it. I would honestly say you could take these 3 cards here
Yeah.
And in some situations, they would be worth having. What you might want to do, though, is, like, try to trade up, as you pointed out. Like, oh, hey, if I give you a golden armor and an invisibility potion. Which, invisibility potion...
iron armor is better than golden armor?
Yeah, prevents twice as much damage.
Wow, okay.
Because gold is really soft.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The awkward thing is, technically, these invisibility potion and bed cards are rated as, like, rarer than the other ones. So
they're not necessarily useful. Always.
I would rather have a shield in my deck, which is, like, one of the most common cards, than a bed.
Well, I have... What, 2 shields?
You got 2 shields already. Yeah. But you kind of see what I'm saying, like, in terms of, like, the usability trade value.
Yeah.
Like, if you were building a deck around, like, some sort of weird sleeping strategy, you might want 3 beds, but, like, that's, like, one of those, like, highly specialized weird things to do.
That's fair.
But, yeah.
Well, you have a diamond armors.
Yeah, I've actually got... So, I didn't want my decks to play too slowly at conventions, so I've actually got 3 diamond armors saved up. You know what,
Could I have one of those, please?
Okay, how about this? I will trade you a diamond armor for both of these ultra rares, or whatever.
Yeah.
These are equally rare to that, but way less useful.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, and... Yeah, we'll just... Yeah. This is a terrible trade, but I'm trying to make sure you have a good deck.
Thank you.
And I do have a few of these.
Yeah, you have enough.
But yeah, I found in the interest of playing a lot of games with people, it's better to not have a stalling deck, you know? Like, armor slows things down, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I end up not using it. If I was playing in a serious tournament where it's like I really want to win the prize.
Yeah, that's fair.
Armor's really solid. But if I'm just trying to get a lot of games in with people, it's not super helpful.
Yeah. Salem says, if Quinn is at the event in January, I have a lot of effects, and I'm happy to trade for worse stuff.
Okay.
What event in January?
I need to talk to GamePoint about trying to do a...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we discussed this.
Kind of informal thing at GamePoint in East
Yeah,
Nashville.
just to have, like, one large table reserved or something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so that brings you up to 40. I mean, I would say maybe throw in the Book of Binding and Book of Thorns and see... Like, those are both usable cards. These are not terrible cards. They're just not necessarily, like, cards that you would always put in your deck like some of the other ones, right?
Sure.
So at that point, you've got a playable deck.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you put these in reserve, and you got some cards left over.
Some cards to trade or use in a future deck.
Yeah. So what I would recommend doing would be to put those extra cards like into one of these.
Yep.
So and then put the rest of the deck back.
Because I don't have a binder.
Yeah.
Mostly because I would want the opposite effect of a binder for what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HermitCraft Unbound.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna bust out of this.
Yeah, bust is the operative word there.
There we go. Okay. So at this point, you know how to side shuffle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, usually with trading card games cards, you want to side shuffle, so you're not...
you don't want to do any fancy...
You don't want to bend them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see.
And are we going to fight?
Yeah.
Is that what's going to happen next?
We're going to do a trading game. Now, I'm going to look at these strengths and weaknesses charts.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got Balanced Builder. So I'm going to play something that, in the very least, is not strong against you. I'm not going to play an Explorer deck against you. Because you're trying to
This is my first ever game.
Yeah. So, okay, and I don't have a Terraformer deck to give you an advantage on purpose either, so... Okay. I think the Redstone deck is slightly more powerful than the Farm deck, so... Ooh, but the Farm deck actually does double damage versus Builder types, so we're not going to do that one.
Please don't.
Because Iskall 85 has a particular thing that changes. He gets like an extra type advantage because he hates diorite.
Okay.
And a lot of builders love diorite. Okay. So, I am gonna need to grab.
I only drink diet right.
Health cards. So, just as a reminder, I should probably be posting that tipping link more. Sorry, Quinn. I know you drove all the way over here, and I'm being really lax. Oops, that's not the tipping link. That's the thing I was trying to convert to US dollars earlier.
Joe is being so lax. Boo.
So that means I have not posted the tipping link since somebody posted
It's a long
tipped that like an hour and a half ago. Sorry. Paste. Send. Okay. Dottie Matrix says, this is making me really want to be at an event and trading cards with folks. It's a lot of fun.
I'm at a private event that I crashed.
Okay, so we're each going to need 5 health cards. And those kind of go...
Yeah, I did not get those in my box.
So, well, those are part of the starter kit. Honestly, you don't need these.
You can just have like a sheet of paper or something.
Yeah, this just makes it easier.
It does. Does it come with a dry erase marker?
It does. And
That's
it's a way better
cool.
dry erase marker than I was expecting. I was like, oh yeah, here's the garbage one they gave us. I'm going to go get my own. And then I was like, oh, this is actually really good. I didn't expect
This
that.
is a very premium experience.
It came out way better than I was hoping. Like, I was just like, if we get it done at all, that'll be nice. But like, it'd be great if it came out well.
Yeah,
And
I
it
mean,
came
this
out
is
well.
the first time you're in a card game, right?
Yeah.
So the bar was low.
I'm also realizing that like the camera is like not I guess I could just re-angle the camera too,
Yeah.
but whatever.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's move the mouse a little bit out of the way here. So, yeah, these
And
are...
your card backs aren't marked in some way where you can know what card you're drawing.
No, these
right?
are card protectors that...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to assume that these are somewhat reasonably shuffled, but I don't... Wait, no, that's a terrible way to do it. I was just picking them up and putting them on top of...
That's still shuffling, though.
Well, now it's shuffling, but no, before what I was literally doing was I was just like going bop, bop, bop. I guess that
splitting the
technically-
deck.
That
It
does
is shuffling.
partially reverse the order, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these card protectors are the easiest to shuffle with ones I've found. But okay, so we each need to draw 7 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and normally we would flip a coin to determine who goes first.
Yeah. I need to...
Let me go grab a coin.
Yeah, didn't the starter pack come with a coin?
Yeah, there's a really fancy TCG
Really cool
coin that will dent the table. So we're gonna use a no quarter token.
Yay.
Oh, actually, wait. Yeah. Here we go. So,
Wait, we're going to flip a frisbee?
yes. No, do you want to call heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay, tails is the star.
Okay.
Heads is the logo.
Never seen this method before.
Tails.
Tails has it.
You never seen somebody spin a coin? It's a lot better for on
Not
camera.
inside of a frisbee.
Oh, well, that keeps the coin from going out of the shot.
Yeah, it's an arena of sorts.
Okay, so yeah, make sure that you've got at least one hermit card.
Well, let me take a
You
look.
gotta look at your 7, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I do.
So, what I have to do now is I have to reveal my first active hermit and place him on the board. Now, this gives you an advantage in that you know where I am
Right, and
playing.
I have something. If I have something strong against that, then I can
Yes.
strategize a little bit here.
So that's not my turn. That's just the setup. Is the loser of the toss has to give the other person an advantage by
Sure.
playing their first hermit, putting them on the board. And so I'm going to write 270
270.
for Mumbo here.
And I might, since this is my first game, I might reveal a little more than I would usually.
Yeah. We can talk through. Yeah, this is a learning game.
Yes. So I only have one hermit to put down, so that's who I should put down.
Yes.
Right?
And so there are some adjacency rules. And this doesn't matter as much in this version, but when
In
the
as
alter
much
ego
as what
pack,
does that mean?
So, for example, when the alter ego pack comes out, there's a card called the Anvil, where whoever you attack with it, it does an additional 10 damage to every person beneath them.
Okay.
And there are other cards that would say, like, the piston.
How do you determine who's beneath you?
So
there are a lot of
top
people beneath me.
Yeah. So it's like, because we used to play this on a wall.
Right. How come the starter box didn't come with a wall?
Those are expensive. I don't know if you've heard, but it actually wrecked the East German economy. Trying to maintain one there.
China's done pretty well with theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it's great.
Oh, are my cards invisible on the camera because they're green?
Well, they wouldn't be on this camera, but they would be, perhaps. Like a lot of my sweater is invisible, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So if you want to go ahead and put out your hermit, though.
Etho, baby.
Okay, so that's 260. And so for the first turn, you can attach any, if you have armor or any attachment cards, and you can attach one item. But I get the first attack. So you cannot do any active attack cards. You can't do anything that causes me damage on the first turn.
Okay. I'm just going to show you my cards, okay? I have an
Do
idea
of... put them down on...
Yeah, I have an idea of what I would attach.
Yeah.
I think I would attach this because I could use that with snack time.
Yes.
Because I don't have any balance item cards.
Yeah.
Right? And from what I understand, these effect cards are not attachable.
No.
Unless they say they're attachable.
Correct. Those are single use, and so you can't use those yet.
So every time I put a card out, do I draw another one? No?
It's at the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn.
So you say, like, I will draw a card and end my turn.
So I put this out.
Yeah.
I attach. How do we symbolize attachment? Do we put it next to it?
You put it next to him.
Okay.
So you actually keep a gap here because you have a space to put armor.
Okay.
So I would move that deck a little bit out of the way.
Let's put it here, maybe.
Yeah, or something. I've got mine, like, all the way off camera.
Okay.
Because, like, people don't need to see how many cards
Yeah, you don't need to see how many cards I have.
Okay, so that's your whole turn then. So I'm going to put 2 AFK Hermits on the board here. An AFK Tinfoil Chef and an AFK Hypno.
And it's AFK when it's not your active hermit.
Exactly. I cannot attack with these, and you cannot attack them directly unless you have, like, a bow or a special attack. Hypno...
Oh, that's what the bow does.
Remember how we said you asked if any items were consumed? Hypno's got him attack.
Got him.
Says you can choose to attack an opponent's AFK Hermit, but if you attack an AFK Hermit instead of the active Hermit, you have to discard one of your attached item cards. So he can burn cards to attack people who are not active.
Interesting.
But he's not active right now, so it doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to attach a redstone item to Mumbo here. I'm leaving room for the armor and the Holy Spirit. And so I would say, okay, I'm going to attack with Chuffed to Bits for 50. There's no type advantage, no armor to factor in, so that's just going to bring you down to 210. And then I draw a card and end my turn. And at this point, you can attack me as well.
Okay. And I wouldn't... Like, I could use my bow.
You could if you wanted to attack one of these two guys, but usually you want to wait until somebody swaps out.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to use snack time.
Okay. So that's...
bringing you down to 230.
Okay.
Take that.
Yeah. So, in some ways, I've left myself open here by having these two guys out, because that exposes me to somebody using a lead to push this up or down, or it also exposes me to, like you said, the bow or other types of special AFK attacks, which are not common, but are possible, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to attach a second redstone item to Mumbo here, unlocking his Spoon ability, and I will attack with Spoon for 80. That brings you down to 130.
Oh my.
Okay, so you would really like to draw and play another hermit. You can play as many hermits as you like. Just because you have 5 slots open doesn't mean you should play 5 hermits, because there might be a better one.
Yeah.
If you have a mix of commons and rares.
So I can draw...
I draw a card and end my turn.
Wait, I haven't been drawing any cards.
When you ended your turn, you didn't draw a card?
No. You said after the round, which I thought meant like after my ether was dead.
No, it's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series where I draw a card and end my turn.
Oh, so...
So how many turns? Have you attacked me 1? No, you've had 2 turns. So you should
have 5 cards in my hand right now.
You should have drawn 2 cards. So draw those both, please.
Okay. One is Vintage Beef.
Okay.
Another is Iskol 85.
Yeah, so you'll want to play those AFK on this turn, because there's a chance that, like, if I have, like, a diamond sword or something, so I can do 50 plus...
Yeah.
If I have TNT, I could kill you in 1 turn at this point, right?
Does placing AFK hermits, is that an entire turn?
No, so you can place as many AFK hermits as you want at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
And like I said, the big thing is, if you don't have 3 hermits out, I don't need to kill 3 hermits to win the game. The game could end. This is why, even though you can only play like 5 hermits at a time, you want to have 10 to 12 in your deck. Because not drawing a second hermit can end the game very quickly.
Okay. Like if I hadn't gotten another hermit and you finished my etho, it'd be over, right? The whole game?
That would be the whole game. Okay.
So it's now my turn, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to do my AFK beef.
Okay.
And my AFK Iskol.
Whoops, that's a
280. Yeah, it's close enough.
And that's
290.
Okay.
Okay. And I am going to attack you again with snack time.
Okay.
Bringing you down to 190.
Whoops. Ow, my body.
And now I have learned I will draw and end my turn.
Yes. Okay.
Huzzah.
I am going to attach a double minor card to Tinfoil Chef. One thing that I should have explained to you, but this is a learning game, so we're kind of doing stuff as it comes up. And it didn't make sense to explain to you earlier because you didn't have any hermits out.
Sure.
You have the choice at the... So first you place hermits, then you place like items and attached effects. And then you can either attack or retreat.
Okay.
Right? So if I wanted to play like a lead card, that would be because I can't play that on the same round that I'm retreating. I can't retreat Mumbo into Tinfoil Chef now that he's powered up and use a lead. So unless there is a special card that allows you to swap hermits with one of your AFK hermits after attacking. So, called the Elven Cookie. And you can only use one single-use attack card per turn. Or one single-use card per turn. So, like, either a Splash Potion, a Healing, or an Elven Cookie, or a bow.
Yeah.
Right? I can't play 3 bows at once, or this and a bow. Make sense? So, I'm going to attack with the Elven Cookie and Spoon. So, I'll do 80 damage to you. And I will discard the Elven Cookie and bring out this fully powered up Tinfoil Chef.
Whoa.
So now the thing is, Tinfoil Chef, anybody with a blue thing there, that means they have a special ability with text underneath it. Flip a coin. If you get heads, you draw another card at the end of your turn. So this will do just as much damage as he would have done, but I have the possibility of drawing an extra card at the end of my turn. Which, since I'm ending my turn, I'm about to draw a card now. Yay.
Interesting. Huh.
And so if you're looking at this and you're like, well, 50 health is more than 40.
Sure.
So it would take 2 bows to kill me, or Joe would have to use Got 'em, which would burn an item card.
Yeah.
You know, you might
You would probably recommend that I
if you have the ability to power any of those guys up to do a single attack. Because otherwise, this guy is going to kill him on the next turn, for sure. Right?
Okay. So I think I'm going to switch to beef and put Etho in AFK.
Okay. Did you want to play any cards before you did that though? Because that's
you
the
have to do
last
it
thing
before?
you do is either retreat or attack. So yeah, if you want to attach any item cards or armor or anything like that.
Well, I think I'm going to attach this ×2. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's smart. Yeah.
And if I switch who's active, I don't get to attack. Is that right?
That's right. That's you just draw.
But
a card
it's probably the wise thing to do.
That's what I would do in this situation.
Yeah. Cool.
Because you also know that I just burned an Elven Cookie to switch to Tinfoil Chef, so I'm not going to be able to switch to Hypno without a penalty easily, unless I have a deck full of those, which I
draw
don't.
a card and end my turn.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, I am going to attack with Branch Mine for 80, and I'm going to spin a coin. As we discussed, the star is tails, the flipper logo is heads. Okay, that was... You know what? I was going to say that wasn't a real spin, but it's tails, so it disadvantages me, so
Yay!
we'll keep the tails. So I just attack you for 80 damage.
Down to 210.
Down to 210, and then I draw the card I would get at the end of my turn.
Okay. I believe I can do this. I have an item card I want to attach to Iskall, and then I want to use Vintage Beef to attack you.
Yes,
that's possible.
You can attach one item card each turn.
Okay.
Anywhere on the board.
If I now have another Hermit, should I put that Hermit in here? Or does that take away my ability to attack you?
No. You can play as many Hermits as you want. The only thing is, if you know, like, oh, I've got a rare Hermit coming up in my deck, I want to leave a spot for them.
Yeah.
Then, in some cases, you would leave a spot. Or the other thing is, you might say, well, if Joe has a lead and this Hermit requires having, like, 3 of the same type or something, I might sit on that until I'm, like, basically ready to power them up, because maybe he'll play the lead on somebody else first. And
okay.
So there's certain, like, high-level strategies about when to not place a Hermit, but as a general rule, you're probably better off placing them than not placing them.
And in what order does that happen in?
You place Hermits first. Okay.
AFK,
Wells Knight, 300. And then
I place items. Yes. So I have this
double balance card.
Double balance.
Nice. And then if you have any attachment cards, so you can only put in one item, but you can put in as many Hermits or attachment cards as you want.
Right. So I don't
if you had like 3 armors, you could put them all down. Or something.
I don't have any attachment cards yet.
Okay, that's fair.
So what I'm going to do is use Beefy Tunes. Which we probably don't even need to flip the coin, because there are no status
basically,
effects.
If you were poisoned or on fire, then we would use it. But
yeah.
So you're going to attack for 80. So it's going to take Tinfoil Chef down to 220.
Okay. Leveling the playing field. And I am going to draw a card and end my turn.
Okay. I am going to attack with Branch Mine for 80, and I'm going to try and spin the coin real good this time. Tails again. This is going great for me.
No matter how wildly or poorly it spins, as long as it's tails, I'm fine.
I could have just had Mumbo here. I could have just kept Mumbo in and saved that Elven Cookie for later. It's fine. I draw a card and end my turn.
Okay. Let's see. At this point, does it just make sense to continue attacking you? I don't have any cards, I think, that would advantage me to start attacking with someone else. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
I have a lead, a chest, 1 builder item card, and 2 bows.
Yeah, I mean, if I was you, I might start powering up the Wells Knight with the first builder card, so that, because you don't know, because next time, Like, if next round you got a double builder, then that'll fully power up his judgment. Swapping to him, he has a lot of health, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you want
let's
to be
power
ready
up
for
Wells
that.
Knight.
So power up Wells Knight, and then, like I said, if I had TNT or a sword, technically Beef is in hitting range now, but usually, like, you might want to say, like, okay, I'm going to hold out for an extra turn before I swap, right? Now, I do have this guy who can do the 70 AFK thing, so the bow range is a little bit less of a thing, but I do have to burn an item card every time I use that, and he's not powered up.
Yeah.
So
what is the term in this game for when your hermit is down to 0 HP?
Absolutely murdified.
Absolutely murdified.
Yeah,
okay.
like just yeah.
So is there anything right now that could absolutely murderify me in one turn?
If I had a attack card like TNT plus branch mine, then yes.
Okay.
So it is
which
a bit
you
of
may
a,
have.
which I may have.
Because I've told you my cards, but I don't know Joe's cards.
So if I was you,
yeah,
I would stay in and attack because I have a very aggressive play strategy. Other hermits would definitely swap out. It's more of a personality. I don't think there's a necessarily right or wrong answer to this. But, like, the thing is, you don't have anybody who's ready to do a lot of damage to swap to. If you had Iskall or Wells Knight fully powered up, I would say definitely retreat.
What is POJK? What does that mean?
Poik. It's like a weird way to pronounce poke. Poik.
Wouldn't it be with an I?
No, because he's Canadian.
Poik.
It's yeah.
Sounds kind of Polish or something.
I can't do it.
Eastern European.
Well, he's actually from Portugal. His family's from Portugal, but
Western European.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use Beefy Tunes.
Okay, that's gonna bring me down to 140 here.
Pushk.
Okay.
Pushk.
And then I am going to attach this iron armor to Hypno.
Wow.
As well as...
Oh, I didn't draw a card.
Oh, yeah. Definitely draw a card and end your turn. I am going to attach this double minor item to Hypno.
Cool.
And then I am going to attack with Branch Mine, so I get to spin a coin. Let's see how that goes this time. Hey,
it's spinning.
Yay, we did it. It's
Tails
tails
again.
Okay, fine. So that's going to leave you with 50 health.
That's not great.
And then I draw a card and I end my turn.
I'm going to plop another builder item.
So you put them side by side.
Side by side.
It's just visually easier for the people to track. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to move our camera up some so it's outside the board.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat. Quinn drove all the way across town to get here, and we are splitting those 50-50. So.
Yes.
Okay.
At 180, I'll sing a song.
Ooh, songs. Okay.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Did that? Yeah, that sent. Okay, cool. So what would you like to do? Are you gonna switch to Wells, or are you gonna attack with Beefy Tunes? Because you can take 3 losses. Each time that a hermit gets knocked out, the other person gets to draw an additional card from their deck.
Okay.
As
your victory trophy token.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. No one else at this present time is able to do 80 damage to you.
And you probably want to stop me from doing 80 damage and knock this guy out if you can.
Yeah. So I feel like I should just go down with Vintage Beef.
That doesn't seem like a bad choice.
Because now I have 3 other cards.
And especially because you know that I've got this guy who can attack AFK hermits. You don't having a bunch of AFK hermits with 50 health isn't safe.
No, it's not. So I attack with Beefy Tunes.
Okay. I take 80 damage, bringing me down to 60.
Yes.
Okay.
I draw a card and end my turn.
I'm going to attach an additional pickaxe item to Hypno here. And then we are going to spin a coin for branch mine.
Branch
Heads! Yay! Finally.
Boo.
So I will draw a card for the branch mine. I will draw a card for knocking out beef. So basically beef and the double item will go in your discard pile. So if you have a chest, you can pull those back out later.
Okay.
Just keep that face up so it's distinct, yeah.
Yeah, it's distinct.
Yeah, I've got mine like in the box lid here so it doesn't get mixed in. And then I will draw a card and end my turn. So big turn for cards for me.
Big turn.
You get to decide who you want to bring in at this point. And that doesn't cost you a turn. It's just part of the beef being knocked out thing.
Fair. Who would you bring in?
I don't know which items you have in your hand. If you have the ability to power up either of these guys. No.
3 bows, a lead, and a chest.
Was there a reason that you didn't use the lead to move the double item card down to Mumbo here?
I don't know how lead works.
Oh. Yeah, lead lets you move somebody else's item card up and down.
I thought it moved who's AFK or not.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, so I was actually holding on to this because I saw that you had the lead, and I was like, oh, Quinn's waiting to use the lead.
I don't know how to use things.
Okay, well, this is okay. It's a learning game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I had an extra one of these that I was sitting on because I was expecting you to use the lead, so it wouldn't have actually helped you anyway if you had used it before I played that. If you use it now, I've already... If you use it on this
But
turn,
I could put it on Mumbo, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you put that on Mumbo, who can't... And then I can't attack you unless I have at least one other item to use True Hermit for 40. So if I was you, I'd probably bring out...
Nobody is fully powered up.
Yeah, I would probably bring out... Well, I mean, either one of them's fine. Wells has slightly more health.
Yeah.
And I guess you know, though, that you've already drawn a whole bunch of builder cards, but you haven't drawn a lot of... You have more balance cards left in your deck.
I only need one more balance card to get Iskall.
So that's actually, from a card counting standpoint, that's a good reason to play Iskall, because you're more likely to draw a balanced item and get fully powered up.
Yeah, also the Omega attack is 100.
And this one's 50 for Hallow, which you can do now.
Yeah.
So basically, you can bring him out, defang Tinfoil Chef by moving that there, and then still hit me for 50. Which means even if I go AFK, you can hit me with one of your bows.
Cool. Okay, that's what I'll do. And I'll use lead, and I put this in my discard pile, right?
Yep, lead goes in the discard pile, and you said you wanted to move that to Mumbo, so I'm moving that to Mumbo.
Yes, please.
And then you were going to attack, you said, with Hallow for 50. So that's going to bring TFC down to 10 here.
Hello.
And then you will draw a card and end your turn.
I draw a card and end my turn.
Okay. Oh, boy. I am going to put... It's probably not the best move.
Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah. I am going to put a redstone item on Tinfoil Chef. Because he's dead no matter what at this point.
I might keep him alive.
I
just
doubt
for
that.
Fun.
And I am going to attack with True Hermit for 40. And this is a bit of a gamble. I'm going to use... Oh, wait, no, it's not. I was going to say, I'm going to use the lead to move your double balanced item card to Etho.
Okay.
So that does 40 damage to you, so you're at 240 now. And then I will draw a card and end my turn.
Hinka says, "Hi, Joe, and the other person who I don't know."
This is my sister Quinn.
How am I not known by this point?
Because we have people showing up for the streams all the time who are brand new.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So I can't attack.
Unless you have another item card that you drew at the end of that turn.
Here's what I'm going to do. maybe this is a risky move. I am going to throw in an AFK Cub fan.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not risky. That's
290. Well, that's
safe.
not the risky thing yet. Well, actually, yeah, maybe I should save that move for later. Well, I don't know. No, let's just do it for fun. I'm gonna swap in Etho.
Okay.
And hit you with 100, just because I can now, because you gave that to me.
Well, no.
Oh wait, that's because they're different.
Yeah, you can do snack time for
so
40.
I can't do that.
The thing is, also you can't attack on the same turn that you swap.
Swap.
If you're retreating. Now here's the thing though, is unless
so I can't attack it at all.
But here's the thing, swapping to Etho isn't insane here.
Okay.
And here's why. Because if I swapped, I'm going to bring out this guy next. And I can use Gotham to do 70 damage to an AFK Hermit anyway.
Right.
TFC can only do 40 damage.
Yeah.
So you could get one hit on me with snack time and kill TFC with Etho.
Oh, because
it'll take 2 turns for me to kill you.
Cool.
So that's actually not insane.
It's not. Okay.
Okay. So you bring that out and then you draw a card and then your turn.
I draw a card and end my turn.
Okay. I am going to put an AFK Tango down with 300 health and give him a double redstone item, enabling his hat trick power.
Wowza.
Wowza, indeed. And then because I know you have 3 bows in your deck, even if I didn't know you had 3 bows in your hand, I don't want to swap TFC out. I want to do every bit of damage I can with him before I swap him out, because he's gone anyway. I don't want to lose that turn. So I'm going to do 40 to Etho, bringing him down to 10. And then I will draw a card and end my turn.
Okay. And
so any attachments or items you want to play, you play before your attack.
Yeah, which... I think I'm just going to use my chest now.
That's a good idea.
Is this a good idea?
Yeah.
And I can just bring back anything I want.
Mm-hmm. Now, just as a strategy point,
yeah.
On the off chance you wanted to pull this back out, you might want to wait until after I kill you. But if you didn't want this anyway, then that's fine.
I probably want that. Right?
I mean, you
more
might
than
want that.
Or like elite is useful.
It's very situational though.
Okay. Maybe I'll wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you know that I'm gonna knock out Etho next turn.
Yeah.
So.
And you know that I'm gonna knock out TFC this turn.
Yes.
So I attack with a snack time attack.
Okay.
Snack attack, if you will.
So that's going to knock out TFC. I discard TFC and the wrench here. And so you will get to draw a card because you defeated me.
So I'll draw 2 cards.
And then you draw another card to end your turn.
To defeat you and a card to end my turn.
Okay, so we've each got... I'm just going to make a tick mark here. We each got 1 kill or 1 knockout or whatever.
Okay, and after 3...
3 knockouts wins the game.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So I need to decide who I'm going to bring out. And I think I'm going to bring out Hypno here. And then I'm going to use for 60 on Etho, which will knock him out. So I get a second tally mark toward my victory. And then I will draw a victory card and a end of turn card.
And I must withdraw these.
And those all go in your discard pile. So now if you wanted to pull the chest to get that double item back out for Iskall, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay.
So you got to pick which of these 3 guys you want to bring out.
But I'm not able to attack in this round?
No. Because it's not like a retreat. It's a, hey, since your guy got killed, before your turn even starts, you pick who you bring out.
Okay, we'll go to Iskall.
Really?
Didn't you just tell me to do that?
I said you're going to want to get the double item for Iskall, but right now you want to be a damage sponge.
Okay.
So I would bring out Wells.
Okay.
And because Iskall can't attack this turn. if you use the chest to pull that item out, you can't play that item till next turn. Anyway.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, so this is why I'm warning you. Yeah.
See, I don't know things. So I'll use chest, and the chest becomes discarded, or is there a different discard where I can't use the chest again?
Well, the chest becomes discarded, but you can't have 2 chests, I don't think. Or maybe you can. I don't know. You can make... I don't know if you're allowed to use chest on chest, but...
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
You would waste a chest.
But, okay, so this doesn't go back out to him. It goes into your hand, though.
Oh. Okay.
That's the thing.
The chest goes into my hand, not out.
Yeah. And so if you wanted to... I guess you could attack with Chivalry for 40 if you wanted here.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. And so that is going to take me down to 230. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to attach a... Oh, boy. This is maybe a bad idea.
I think you should do it if it's a bad idea.
This is such a bad idea that it's funny. So I think I'm going to do it.
Great.
I'm going to attach this double redstone item to Hypno. And then I'm going to use Gotham for 70 and a bow for 40 to do 110 damage to the AFK Iskall.
Why did you need to attach more items to Hypno? What does that do?
Because every time I use Gotham on an AFK Hermit, I have to trash. So I basically just burned a double redstone item.
I see.
To attack Iskall 85 there. Because I just saw you get the double balance thing out of your discard pile, and I wanted to...
That's really mean.
It is really mean, but it also gives you a free hit on me without me attacking your active Hermit.
I guess that's fair.
So there is a trade-off there. And then I draw a card and I end my turn. Oh, wait, you know what I forgot, though, was when you attacked me earlier, I forgot the 20 damage from the... 20 damage ablation from the
I forgot to draw a card
armor.
at the end of my turn because I drew something from the discard pile.
Yeah, grab a card then. It's fine. This is a learning game.
Okay. So I finally got a shield. I should probably attach that to someone.
I would attach
Would you
that to
recommend that Wells Knight?
Or
Iskall?
Iskall would not be a bad choice.
That's what
because
you
I
would
can kill
do.
Iskall in 2 moves with this Gotham if I have enough items.
Yeah, and then end the whole game.
And end the whole game.
And I don't want that.
Exactly.
I want it to go on and on and on. So I'm also going to attach this to Fair Iskall.
Okay.
And then I'm going to command a chivalry attack upon the...
Okay, the armor will ablate 20 of that, so that's going to bring me down to 230 here.
Oh, you ablated my attack?
Yep, because of the iron armor.
How dare you.
I know.
And I will draw a card, which I'm learning to do, and I will end my turn.
Okay, I'm going to put this other iron armor on Mumbo Jumbo here. And then I'm going to attach...
How many armors do you have in your deck?
I think you can have 3 of each card. I think I have 2 or 3 iron armors.
Wow, that's a lot more armor than I have.
Yeah, well, you saw, though, I had a bunch of diamond armor that I didn't put in my deck.
Yeah.
And you've got at least 1 diamond armor in there.
I have 2 diamond armors, but I don't think
just
I have
haven't
any
drawn.
other types of armors, so it's not likely for me to draw an armor.
That's fair. I don't think I have... This might be all of the armor in my
Oh, I
deck,
see.
is my point.
Okay.
It's not like I've got a stack of these.
You got lucky.
It was the luck.
Yeah.
So I am going to use a chest to pull out that double redstone from earlier. And then I am going to discard the chest. I'm going to use Gotham against the AFK Hermit, burning this card. So that's going to cost Iskall his shield and 10 health, bringing him down to 120. So you discard the shield now.
Oh, okay. Can you use a bow and a standard attack in the same turn?
Yes, but the bow can only attack AFK Hermits.
Okay.
So I can't... One of the reasons that I piled onto Iskall was because he was AFK.
I wish I had known that earlier. I have 3 bows. I could have just been attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm gonna place this down.
Okay. So that's gonna.
So now I have a fully powered Wells Knight.
Mm-hmm.
How many bows can I use in one turn?
1.
I'm
you can use one single-use card per turn.
Sling an arrow of misfortune upon Mumbo Jumbo.
Okay, that's going to do, with the armor ablation, 20 damage, so bringing him down to 170.
Okay, and I'll discard my bow.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Judgment upon Hypnotized.
Okay, that is going to bring Hypno down to 140. Wait, minus the armor, 160, yeah.
160, and I will draw a card in my turn, I believe.
Okay. I am going to attach this double redstone item to Hypno, and then I'm going to attack with Gotham and a lead. I'm going to move this over here, fully powering up Iskall as I strike him for 70 damage, bringing him down to 50 health. And then I will discard these 2.
This is going to be all
and then
over
draw a
very
card
soon.
and end my turn.
Sooner than I would like.
And if you're in a situation where you're like, okay, mathematically I cannot win,
Yep.
it is okay to. This is a game where it's okay to concede. This isn't like, oh, we got to play it out. But like, if you had it is theoretically possible. If you had a lead and I didn't have another item, you might be able to stop me from killing Iskall next turn.
Right. Because there's really no healing component. Like, I can't revive Iskall.
Well, that's the other thing is if you had a golden apple, which I don't have and you don't have. Neither of us
Sounds
have.
like it's rare if
It's
you
rare.
don't have one.
Well, there's a lot of cards I don't have. A golden apple would give Iskall, any AFK hermit, an extra 100 points.
Wow.
There's other potions of healing you can use on AFK hermits, but we don't really have a lot of those.
What potions can you use on JFK hermits?
Well, it depends on whether or not there's 1 or 2 gunmen.
I think there was a single gunman.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just maybe like prolong this by putting a diamond armor on Iskall, and maybe that won't help anything.
Okay, it'll prevent up to 20 damage and prevents additional damage from effect cards. So that would stop me from using a bow on him in the very least.
Yeah.
But yeah, 70 minus 20 would still kill him.
Okay. And I'm going to use a TNT on Mumbo Jumbo.
Okay. Wait, no, a TNT on Hypno.
Oh, I see.
Because TNT has to go against the active.
Oh, okay. Well, can I use TNT and attack you?
Yeah. So the thing is, you would do 100 because you got chivalry plus the 60
Chivalry
from the TNT,
plus TNT
minus 20 from the armor. So that would do 80 damage. So that would not kill me, but that's still a good.
I just want to hurt Joe at this point.
Okay.
I know I'm not going to be able to kill you.
Yeah.
I just want to hurt you.
That's fine.
So that's me. Take away 80.
Yeah.
And I draw and end my turn.
Cool. Okay, so then, I'm going to use Gotham and burn this additional minor item, which then knocks out Iskall 85, even with the diamond armor. And that's the game, because that's 3 kills.
That's the game. We're nearly at 11 a.m.
Yeah, we are nearly at 11 a.m.
Gosh.
If y'all enjoy music, because Corinne is going to want to get lunch, so we cannot go long. But if we get, what was it, $128 or something?
118.
118 in the next 5 minutes, we will go ahead and have Quinn perform. What was it again, Quinn?
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, a holiday favorite. Okay. So Yeah, I had a pretty obvious advantage there because I know the rules of the game and stuff, but
Hey,
yeah.
that's not fair.
No, you the thing is though, I don't feel like your deck was necessarily like drastically like it was possible that the deck that you had could have beat the deck that I had.
Yeah,
that's not how the
if I
draw
had known
went.
like how to use lead.
Oh,
and
that's right.
things,
Yeah,
like,
if you had done the lead early,
and had I known that I could use the bow at any time and that it doesn't take the place of a standard attack.
Yeah,
that's pretty big to know because I just had like 3 bows in my hand for a long time.
The problem is a lot of times you want to hold off on the bow until somebody swaps something out.
Yeah.
So it didn't like even if you had used all 3 bows on one of my AFK hermits, it wouldn't have even brought them down to half health. And the way you win is by actually entirely knocking them out, not by just lowering their health. You know what I mean?
Totally fair.
So I mean, if you had done a few hits to Hypno early to soften him up, then maybe you could have knocked him out quicker later with like 1 chivalry or judgment or whatever. But it wouldn't. The bows alone wouldn't have carried it. Okay, but yeah,
bows alone are not enough.
So do you think, though, that you kind of picked up enough that you could play this at an event at this point?
Yeah, and someone in the chat was Najat 117 said TCG online helps. Like, I guess that is an option I could...
Yeah,
it's not official.
It's not official, and some of the rules they do are like... They're fixing the meta of... In the TCG Online, people could kind of build whatever decks they wanted, and that creates... Like, you can build improbable or unlikely, like, highly situational things, where it ends up being kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Could I build an exact replica of my deck so I can learn how to use my deck?
Possibly, but... Yeah, we could just, you know what though, next time you get here, I might have a Terraform deck that you'll have an advantage on.
That would be great. I would love to have an advantage at some point in my life.
I mean, I do have some good Terraform cards, like Corrales with Sweet Face, heal any AFK Hermit for 100 health, but it does no damage to the other person. So, you know. Aussie Ping. Opponent flips a coin on their next turn. If heads, their attack misses. Opponent cannot miss on consecutive turns. Yeah, the terraforming stuff is a cool one for the meta, but yeah. Book of Binding, Book of Thorns, Weak Healing Potion, Composter. I've only got 2 speedrunner cards total.
So what kind of being is Jevin?
He's like a slime monster.
Sort of
like a
slimy shark.
Yeah, kind of.
Whoa.
Nursing Geek Game says, I tried doing that, but the problem is you're always playing against people with improbably OP decks. Yeah, because somebody on the TCG Online can build, like, the perfect deck with an infinite number of cards. You know, you're not going to be playing against other people with, like, plausible, like, hey, here's what I unboxed type of stuff.
Yeah.
So it ends up kind of throwing it way off. Wait, Diamond Armor protects from 30? What? Wait, would he have lived through... No, it says 20 damage taken. Centauratron. Yeah, Beef nerfed the armor because we had a lot of problems in playtesting with everybody was just filling their decks with armor, and then the games were running for like 3 hours. Or not that long, but you get the idea. Like, in the online version, it protects from 30. Oh, okay, so that's the other thing is, so some of the cards in there wouldn't even play the same way. You'd be learning the wrong thing.
It's not official. It's not sanctioned.
Not sanctioned at all. Salem says, I have an improbably OP deck, but I have several less nuts options to switch to so everybody else has fun. Salem, when we play together at some upcoming events, I want you to bring the OP deck, because I'm going to try to have at least one overpowered deck too.
Oh, that's what that stands for.
Yeah. Oh, powered.
It's not original poster
No.
or Optimus
Operator.
Prime
No. It's none of those.
or Oppenheimer's pants.
No, not indeed. Salem says, "Yay, good luck." Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing against somebody with a crazy overpowered deck. Because like I said, I've got a bunch of diamond swords that I'm not putting in. I've got 2 diamond swords. I've got the diamond armors. I've got some other good stuff that I'm just like, this doesn't feel like it's sporting to play against like random people at PAX. Because especially at PAX.
Yeah, you want to be sporting.
Yeah, because like once April hits, people are gonna have their new the new second printing booster box cards mixed in. So there's gonna be a lot more people with powerful decks. But right now, it's a lot of people are just like, I just got a couple boosters and a starter deck. So
that's fair.
But yeah, I think what you've got here is actually pretty playable. Hey, Sarah Winchester, thank you for tipping 20. We're going to go ahead and rotate that camera up to 82 degrees angular. That puts us $98 away from our first goal.
Thank you, Sarah, for the tip. $19.99. Rounds up just fine.
It does.
To 20. Because we wouldn't want to do 19.99 degrees.
It's a very inconvenient number of degrees. Salem says, I have played single-digit numbers of games, so your experience may win out. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We got 3 minutes left. It's probably a good time for me to start sending people to where they can find Quinn. Like I said, sometimes we run long, but not today. My daughter doesn't have school, so we got to get her lunch.
There's still time to commission a song.
Yeah, and
before
that's
Christmas.
At redactedhills.com.
Because my slate is
wrong.
clean. I have time.
If you wanted to jingle all the way this Christmas, you can hire Quinn at redactedhills.com.
Yeah, if you wanted your own personal theme song that you could just listen to all the time as you go about your day.
Like, let's say that your spouse works from home, and you think it would really hype them up to have, like, some sort of Rocky-esque, like, gonna type now type of thing.
Exactly.
Send in emails. All sorts of fun stuff you can do there. Okay, if people wanted to find you on Tumblr, that's tumblr.com/Quinn Hills.
Yeah. It's me.
Yay. Okay, that one is you. I'm checking these in the browser because I'm not copying and pasting them from the list like I normally would. And if people wanted to follow you on Twitch,
twitch.tv/Redacted Hills.
Redacted Hills. Redacted Hills. Okay. And then, is there anything else that you'd like to promote at this time? Anywhere else people should be finding you looking for your work? Didn't you have a song come out? Was that on your Bandcamp or is that on...
It's on music streaming services everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I have a song called A Prayer for Nobody that came out November 10th.
Nice.
It's on YouTube Music. It's on iTunes. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on Prime Music. It's on Deezer. It's on Tidal. It's on Bandcamp.
I think you direct messaged it to me, the link.
The hyperfollow?
The hyperfollow. The problem is I get like a bajillion messages from people. If it was in November, you're going to be...
If you search for hyperfollow, I'm probably the only one who sent you a hyperfollow link.
Maybe the search function on this is super hyperfollow. No.
Hey, Discord, search better.
Yeah, hold on. I searched for Quinn Hills. There it is.
There it is.
Copy, text. Yeah, so it doesn't index
that also has a link
all
to
direct messages.
the music video. I self-produced a music video for that as well.
Oh, hey, that's fun. So y'all check that out. Quinn's latest song.
And there's more music from me coming in the new year.
Ooh.
Which is coming up soon, just in a short amount of time, is it not?
That is pretty soon. Don't you have like a place where people can find the stuff you're working on though, as you work on it?
Yeah, Patreon.
Is that /Quinn Hills?
Yeah, I believe it's Quinn Hills.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull that up. Yep, this is it.
That's me.
Okay, so posting that as well. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I hope you had a fun time. I should probably find someone to raid. It's kind of awkward. This is not the computer. We're using the laptop. This directory /following.
Using the laptop, desktop computer. So it's a little awkward now.
Okay. It looks like Emerald Storm is playing Minecraft.
Emerald Storm is playing Minecraft.
So we're gonna /raid Emerald Storm.
We're gonna